Checking on my instruments, looking good, noodle. I said 4,500 feet on this one. Wait a minute. Am I being dumb right now again? Did I say 3,500 and I meant 4,500? Yes, I did. Yeah, it's totally my bad. I don't know why I thought 3,500. I think I was thinking on the way back. That's why I should have read this before I before I called. That's okay.
I was going to say how far you were going to go before you realized it. At least you caught it before your first waypoint.
That is true. My mortal enemy, the power lines. My friend Claire might watch this, so I got to be careful how much I slander Microsoft Flight Simulator.
If you're going to slip with the wing into the wind.
Wing into the wind? Okay.
The wing into the wind, opposite rudder. So it'll be
like this.
Yep.
Ooh. Bouncy, bouncy. Alright, so things that I screwed up. Did not call final on my runway. I was too focused on flying the airplane, but aviate, navigate, communicate. But aviation and navigation did not communicate. I landed, and I needed to know not only where the FBO was, I did not know where it was, in conjunction to where I was landing. I should have checked this before I landed. So the next time I go, the next airport we go to, I'm going to pull up the actual airport diagram and get a feel for it, so when I land I know where my taxiways are and where not to turn onto a runway.
I'd have to find it, and there's nobody to the south, so.
Did not tell anybody he's on the runway or that he's taking off.
Prime example of why you always look before you do something, because
Jesus.
Oh, he's texting right now, or typing.
God, man. People like that, I swear, is why I'm so scared of aviation. He has not told anybody anything. He's pulling up his landing gear, taking off. I feel like I'm wrestling it this time. Come on. Come on. Don't touch anything till I'm off. Whoop. Power out, watch the end of the runway. Oh. Alright. I feel like this is not giving me enough. Not plug it in correctly or something. Oh, it's just twisted. Okay, there we go.
Legion 961, contact ground point 851 off.
Ground point 851 off, Legion 961.
Somebody's having a good day.
Yeah. Sounds like a little windy, I guess. Alright, let me turn this up just a little bit. 73. Good enough map. COM 1, COM 2. Alright. there-itis. there-itis. You're just now changing it. Or no, I need to turn on COM 2.
Wind 270 at 5, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature -12, dew point -17, altimeter 3012. Visual approach runway 31 and 22 in use. NOTAMs, runway 13, glide slope and outer marker out of service. Advise on initial contact, give information kilo. Pure time information kilo 1254 Zulu, wind 270 at 5, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature -12, dew point -17, altimeter 3012. Visual approach runway 31 and 22 in use. NOTAMs, runway 13, glide slope and outer marker out of service. Advise on initial contact, give information kilo. Pure time information.
Oh, that was COM.
-17, altimeter 3012. Visual approach runway 31 and 22 in use. NOTAMs, runway 13, glide slope and outer marker out of service.
Alright, 124.67. 80 speed on. Taxi light on. We're here. Keep nav light. taxi light, nav light. Strobes off. Got heat on. We don't need carb heat right now. Do you think it's cold enough that we'll need carb heat on takeoff?
No. You'll never take off with carb heat on.
Never? Okay. Interesting. Good to know.
If you take off with carb heat on, that's going to be a reduction of power when you're trying to take off. So if you have to do that, then you didn't do a good enough pre-flight.
And wow, this is way off.
Yep, this thing hasn't been flown in a little bit. That gyro's probably spun down when it was initially parked.
Well, this is saying 003. This is saying do. So, wait a minute. Which one do I believe?
Well, what's it saying up at the top?
003.
That's a track.
Oh, that's a track?
Yep.
How do I get it off a track?
Once you get your flight plan punched in, if you end up punching in that, it's going to show the track up there, but it doesn't know your track yet because you're not airborne.
Okay. Well, no, but it still says it's 350, 36. There's 010 and there's 350, so isn't that still...
Probably once you get out here and you start moving,
then this will move?
they'll probably both reset.
So this I should believe this one.
Go with your magnetic compass on this, and then once we're moving around and it's...
Figuring it out, okay.
Yeah, it might still be in its setup phase or something.
Oh, and I gotta connect to Bluetooth on this one. I haven't done that yet. See what I mean, though, right?
Do what?
See, like it's so off.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Interior ground, Skyhawk 23798 is at Byerly with information Kilo, requesting runway 31 intersection Alpha.
Alright, I forget how to do... How do I connect the Bluetooth on this one?
Yep. So go ahead and try and find it on your Bluetooth list. It's going to be this one here, 331 Delta.
Oh, I tried that one. I thought this was 34 or 64 Alpha because it's not working right now.
Okay, if you can't find it, the way you do it is you do connect setup. The name is going to be this one here, 355. I believe it's 31 Delta is the one for this one.
No, it says 090 right there. Yeah, it just popped up, see?
Oh, it actually displays that name, good. So then yes. If for some reason you can't find it on here, it could be there's too many devices connected, and then you just go in here and you pick somebody's phone and you delete it off.
Okay.
And then it'll allow it to connect to you.
Alright, maps.
Just don't do mine, because then I'll kill yours.
Alright, send flight plan, so... Oh, zoomed out a little too far. Did it not send the flight plan? Try it again.
Usually it takes a second for everything to connect.
We set it to panel.
Okay, so then you go to the messages.
Preview. Oh, I sent it twice, that's why.
So then you click on it, and then make sure you read through it, so do preview. Make sure everything looks the way that you want it on there.
PIA, MZV, IOW, KOW.
Yep, and then the path looks right. As long as that looks good, then you can do activate or store. If you do store, you can activate it again later. If you only do activate and then you change something, you'll have to resend it to the flight plan. So I usually just do activate if I know I'm not going to be changing a bunch of things.
What happens if I sent it twice, so what do I do with the second one? How do I...
You can just leave it in there, it'll fall off.
Right.
Or you can do delete.
Oh, yeah, actually, it's... Go. Alright.
So it's all in there.
MZV, KOW, yep, alright, we're good.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, let's do our call. Scratch pads. Woo-wee! Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around, desert you. My iPad pencil not working. It's too fucking cold. Alright. Super pilot. Information kilo.
And okay, so you connected to the GPS. Did you connect to the L3?
I did not.
Okay, so if you go to Wi-Fi.
I'm keeping Wi-Fi off.
Okay.
Because otherwise it acts weird with my my hotspot. That's the word. What's the benefit of connecting to that via?
You'll get ADSB weather and traffic popping up on your iPad.
Oh, that is very useful. Okay, you know what? Screw it. My phone starts overheating in my pocket and becomes a fire hazard. Well, we have a fire extinguisher. We're fine. Yeah, see, I don't want it to be on Wi-Fi connected to there, because then my phone will just die immediately. So
You can temporarily turn it off. There you go. And then it'll be the Lynx 643.
oh, I just killed it. Hold on. Activate there. All right. And this one is not showing up yet. Do I need to do anything on here to get it to show?
No, it popped up at one point.
Runway 3486, runway 31, taxi via Tango Echo,
Oh, like,
cross runway 22.
Burning a lot of fuel just sitting here. Come on, you gonna connect?
Alright, well, while it's doing that, if you want to taxi out into the open there and...
I was gonna get our clearance delivery call first.
Okay, that works for me. Don't let me rush you.
VFR. To India Oscar Whiskey via PIA KIOW at 4,500 feet.
Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 23798, holding short, runway 31, intersection Alpha. Sky 23.
Turn that off.
Yep. And then when you mention that you're going to Papa India Alpha, Mike Zulu Victor, let them know, Peoria VOR, Moline VOR, then direct. Then they'll punch it in as so. If you start rattling off just letters, they're going to try and interpret what you're trying to say. So if you kind of give them a heads up of what it is.
Well, so I want to hit the IOW VOR before I get, so can I say Iowa City VOR, then direct Iowa City? Or are they going to be like, no, just go direct Iowa City?
You can do whatever you want, because as soon as you get close enough, they're probably going to just say, hey, the airport's here, reported in sight, and then they're going to fly following with you.
Okay. Peoria clearance delivery, Skyhawk 52090, student pilot with information Kilo, requesting VFR departure to India Oscar Whiskey via Peoria VOR, Mike Zulu Victor VOR, India Oscar Whiskey VOR, direct to India Oscar Whiskey at 4,500 feet with flight following. That was a hell of a call.
Yeah, he might ask you again for the VORs.
That's fair.
Just so you can write them down, because he may or may not have been ready for it. Hopefully, but right now he's punching it all in.
Oh, my feet are cold.
Skyhawk 52090, and that was direct the Peoria VOR to the Moline VOR, correct?
Yeah, Peoria VOR, Moline VOR, Iowa City VOR, 090.
Skyhawk 52090, roger, maintain VFR below 5,000, departure frequency 125.8, squawk 1711.
At below 5,000 feet, 125.8, 1711, 090.
090, read back right.
Okay. Got our squawk in, got our stuff set. We're good to try and start our taxi. Make sure I got my taxi lights still on, flaps are up, everything's good to go here. Ready to move?
I am ready.
Ready to schmove it. I'm gonna put these gloves down here in case I need them. Should be fine by now, I hope. And one more seat forward. Better. Alright, ready?
I am ready.
Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Watch out for 903 right here.
Okay, you know something special about that airplane?
What?
Look at the front cowling on that thing.
Oh, it's got, interesting, it's got
kind of hurts.
Yeah. Wow, this throttle is very, very cold.
I saw that it was parked at the front door all day yesterday. And when I walked past, I was showing that to Hannah, and she goes, "Wait, what?" And she walked back out there, looked at it, and she goes, "What in the world is those?"
Turn is in the direction of the turn, ball's in the opposite direction. And I really need to give it some power to get it moving. Turn corners in the direction of turn, ball's in the opposite direction. Do another brake test. Brakes are good. Would you like to do a brake test?
Sure. All right, my airplane.
Airplane.
Brakes are good. Your airplane.
Brakes are good. My airplane. Clear left, clear right, clear straight ahead. Let's get somewhere where tower can see us. And not get onto the taxiway. Best we can. I mean, kind of have to go around this big jet, and they're probably about to start up, so let's not be directly behind them while they start up. I'm actually going to preemptively turn into them in case they are started up. I don't see any heat coming off of them, but...
You could just taxi past them and then kind of sit out by Alpha 4. They're not going to fire up anytime soon. He still got all his chocks in and everything, so...
Alright. Tower can see us. Stop, put it back up to 1,000. Go ahead and do 1, 2, 1.
Information Lima, 1354 Zulu, wind 240.
Information Lima, shoot. Okay, well.
Minus 12, dew point minus 17. Altimeter 3012. Visual approach, runways 31 and 22. Runway 13 glide slope out of service. Advise initial contact, you have Lima. Information Lima, 1354 Zulu, wind 240 at 8, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature minus 12, dew point minus 17. Altimeter 3012. Visual approach, runways.
So 240 at 8. Probably going to want runway 22.
So two trains of thought there. You can take off on 22.
Well, yeah, as I said.
And then you'll have a right turn to the VOR, or you take off on 3-1 and you go straight to the VOR. Just have a crosswind.
I mean, 1-3? Or, no, yeah, you're right, 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're trying to throw me off over here.
A little bit.
Like, no, I'm pretty sure I heard 3-1.
And now my ForeFlight won't update with the weather, but it's okay. That must have just put in Lima. Yeah, 240, I want to go 22 because I want best wind, always. I'll do a right turn towards the PIA VOR. Before we get the PIA VOR, let's get 115.2, that's already in here for VOR. Let's get the secondary for Mike Zulu Victor in here, which will be 114.4. Make sure we're all prepared. But 114.4 is in the background. We got 121.85, we got 126.0, 124.0, 125.8. That's all good. St. Louis approach departures, Chicago Center. I'll have to put all that Chicago Center stuff in when we get up there. I'll probably actually put this one into center right now, just in case. Up to the front. Gotta flip over hard plastic. So, first one's going to be Chicago Center one. It could be any one of these, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it's 135.6. And hope that's the one that they pick. But we'll probably figure it out on the way there. Alright. 121.85, ground, Peoria ground, runway 22. Do we want an intersection departure? Intersection departure at... Why am I... Oh, because I have to send these to plates. There we go. Like, where are my plates? Let's do Alpha... I want to do Alpha 3 today. Actually, you know what? Full length runway.
Whatever you want.
No, I'm going to do Alpha 3. Okay, wait, hold on. Ooh, what am I going to say? Peoria Tower. Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 52090 is at Byerly Aviation requesting taxi to runway 22 via Alpha 3 intersection departure if able.
Skyhawk 52090, runway 22 at Alpha 3, intersection departure, taxi via Alpha 4, Alpha 3.
Taxi via Alpha 4, Alpha 3, 090.
New weather information, Lima now current, altimeter 3011, wind 220 at 12.
11, didn't they just say... Okay, I gotta stay on ground, but didn't they just say 12 for Lima? Like a second ago?
Yeah.
So
They've got Lima, he just didn't announce it on frequency yet that it was up.
no, he said, announce Lima. Oh crap, my radio's doing this stupid thing again. Oh, come on. Cut out. Doing so good this whole time and then it just cut. Test. Okay. Half my audio channel's gonna break, whatever. He said 3011. Lima here said 126.1.
240 at 8, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature -12, dew point -17. Altimeter 3012. Visual.
So which one do I use?
Go with the one that he gave you.
Okay,
Because
3011.
when he's reading that off, he's looking over at the screen when he's reading it off, which is the latest and greatest.
Okay. 135.6. Alright. Sorry, we got a taxi. I'm just sitting here. Probably like, what are you doing? Move. Alright, clear to the left. Clear behind us. Clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Going Alpha 4, Alpha 3. Yeah, the other thing that kind of scared me, Hannah taxis really fast. Gavin would yell at me if I went over like 10 knots. And Hannah's over here doing like 19 down the taxiway.
I think she was just in a hurry that day, because she doesn't normally taxi that fast. I don't know.
Like I was sitting in the back like, oh man, we're moving.
Yeah, what you want is kind of like what they call a brisk walk, because that's kind of what the DP is going to look at. The faster you go, the more he's going to assume that if winds were to get underneath your wings and you didn't have it corrected, it would lift your wing.
That'd be kind of funny.
So it'll twist you and throws you off the taxiway.
Birds. Hey bird. We do have to limit touch and goes and takeoffs in a sense today because the weather is below and we don't want to shock cool cylinders. That would be bad. What are you doing, Mr. Swallow?
Well, if the bird can stay in one position, then it's at least 8 knots. No.
Cameron's going to let me fly right seat today. Alright, turning on. Line up with the runway. A new intersection departure, just for fun. We're off the runway, don't cross the line, kind of do a stop. Do our run up. Alright, on the brakes. Fuel set to both. Trim set to take off. Flight controls, up, down, up, down, left, right. Wait a minute. Okay, left, right. Instruments. Temp good, oil temp good, oil pressure good, tanks good. Suction good, odometer good, or sorry, chronometer good. No airspeed, trunkinator was good, RPM good, bring it up just a little bit more. H-side compass, a little bit more right there. This track is still not moved, by the way. Maybe we're facing the same way, but it's still saying that 03. So.
Alright, well, what I would do is then revert back to the other one. We'll see if it fixes itself in flight. If it doesn't, then that's something we can worry about when we get back.
Good, good, good. Carb temp don't work. EGT good. Coming up to 3,500 on takeoff. Gotta remember 3,500. Mixture is in best power. Primer's in and locked. 1,700 RPM. RPM. Mag test off. Wait. Good. Good. Wait. Good. Back to both. Repeat. Test. Repeat. Out. Good. Vacuum. Still good. Amps, volts. Amps good. Volts good. Oil pressure. Good. Oil temp. Still coming up a little bit, but it's off the bottom, so we're good. Idle check closed. Beautiful. Good. Back to 1,000. Throttle friction's good. And we're ready for pre-takeoff. Flaps. Good. Mixture best power. Carb heat off. Heading bug. Don't have one. Doors, windows. Door locked. My door's locked. Window locked. Doors and windows are good. Landing light on. Taxi light off. Strobe light on. I'm keeping our pitot heat on because it's nice and cold out. And no time, brake release. Ready for takeoff. Going on to, oh, what did I just press? What does marker do? High, low.
If you want to fly higher or low, no, I'm just kidding. No, that's right. The ILS marker coming in.
Okay.
That's the audible tone.
Keep it on high, I guess.
It won't really matter unless you're...
We're not doing ILS, so. Alright, Alpha Com 2, Com 1, we're at KPIA Tower, 124.0. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is on Chicago Center, and I'm going to do their secondary frequency while I'm here. I want it 132.8 just in case, 132.8. Hit that call. KPIA Tower, Skyhawk 52090, holding short, runway 22 at Alpha 3, ready for departure. And on with tower, yes.
Skyhawk 52090, Peoria Tower, roger. Turn right on course to Peoria VOR, runway 22 at Alpha 3, and clear for takeoff.
Turn right on course, runway 22, clear for takeoff, 090. Alright, clear for takeoff. I know there's somebody in the pattern, but I don't see him on base or final. Keep an eye out for him. Turning right on course towards Peoria VOR. After takeoff. Still good, still good. I see him, traffic in sight. Ready?
I'm ready.
Straighten out. Turning wings a little bit into the wind. Oil pressure good, temp good. Landing light off. A little bit less trim. 1,000 feet if we crash, or sorry, not crash, if our engine goes out.
Runway 22, clear for the option.
Skyhawk 23798, clear for the option, runway 22.
Wait until we hit 1,400. Turn on course towards Peoria VOR. Should turn right on course, right?
Yep.
So it's going to do a big right turn.
Nope. Well, where's the VOR?
Well, I thought it was this way, but this doesn't seem to be.
Nope. VOR's just off the end of 3-1.
Yeah.
So, that way.
Skyhawk 090, contact departure, continue that right turn to Peoria VOR.
Said right turn, I'm so confused. Oh, I'm sorry, right. I was turning left. Contact approach 125.8, 090. Have a nice day. I was being stupid for a second. I was thinking my left turn was my right turn. That's why. Alright. St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 52090 with you at 2,000 feet.
52090 approach, radar contact.
Try to avoid the with you. They don't like that.
They don't like that?
They know you're with you. You're talking to them.
Do I just say 090 at 2,000 feet?
Yep, that's all you have to say. Okay. That, for some reason, it annoys controllers.
Approach, Medevac 880, Papa Lima, we've got Lima, direct destination 10,000 feet.
Medevac 880, Papa Lima approach, would you like 3-1 or 2-2?
We'll take 2-2, please.
0 Papa Lima, Roger, proceed direct. Pepe, if you get the, I'm sorry, CPOD, if you get the RNAV pulled up, or, yep, I guess that's it. I thought they had an ILS there. Proceed direct, CPOD.
And we'll go direct CPA 880 Papa Lima. Okay, that's Charlie Echo Papa Oscar Tango.
Affirmative.
I cannot believe I forgot my left from my right. That is such a...
That's what, like...
That's why I was so confused. I was like, wait...
Left, but it's going to be a really long left turn and against ATC instructions, so...
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, why am I turning so far left? What's going on? Alright. So my MZV2 is going to be 311 and my PIA from is going to be 311. So once we get to the VOR and we hit it, I'm going to move this to 311. Coming up on 3,500 feet soon. Watching for that cloud beneath me, but I don't see any other clouds. Little wisp.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call that a cloud. I think that's just a cow fart from down there.
Alright, 3,500. Man, that throttle is very loose. Alright. Turn this out. Put us up to speed. Aiming for 2,500 RPM. Start leaning us out just a little bit. Goodness gracious, how far do I gotta lean us out?
No, lean it out and let it sit for a second. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to build up this EGT. You're trying to find the hottest spot in the cylinder before it starts coming back down. So as it's coming out, generally what I do is I move this to stay in line with it. And then once you get it far enough out, then now you're going to start listening for the reduction in power. So keep working it out until you hear the reduction in power, but just make sure you're level when you're doing that. Otherwise, you're picking up speed and you're not going to hear the RPM change.
Okay, I'm going to pull back in because I'm way too high right now, so I need to come down. And we're about to hit the Peoria VOR. Where I'm on course.
All right. So how do we know the VOR is working?
How do we know that it's working?
Yeah, how do we know we're not just finding a blind signal?
Because this is giving us a 2 indication, and it's not giving us a flag, right?
Partially. There's one other thing you got to do.
Isn't there something on here? Is it pull? One of these to be able to listen to it. I actually don't know. Is it?
Yeah, so push the nav one up at the top.
Maintain 3,000.
Pilot discretion 3,000, 880 Papa Lima.
Tap your nav one and listen for the Morse code. And if you can't hear it, then you pull it out to hear the...
Oh, I hear it. Okay.
And then you verify that against what's on your map. Make sure that it's the right one.
I can barely hear it. There we go. Doot. Cool.
Okay, so it's working, so...
Back up to 3,500 again. Sorry. Too focused on course and nav and everything else. About there.
Yep. So what's your outbound course?
311. Oh, you mean on this guy? This this guy says 310. Alright, 3,500. Get us all nice and trimmed out. Alright, now we'll do EGT again. Okay, there we go.
Yep, so then, when you've got it at that hottest spot, it should come down about a dash and a half off of where your line was. So each of those lines is, yeah, I think it's 20. Yeah. All right, now you got to lean down. So just remember, if you have to,
you want a vector for the descent?
if you have to change your power at any time, you'll have to reset the mixture.
Okay.
We'll pass on that. Thank you, though. 80 Papa Lima.
Papa Lima, the field's 12 o'clock, 10 miles.
You get cold?
I'm always cold. This window sucks.
Can you wear my gloves for a minute?
No, I'm good. I wore extra layers today.
Papa Lima.
Well, I got you can take the hot pads out if you want to hold the hot pads.
124.0.
I'm good for now.
124.0, 80 Papa Lima.
Okay, so we're flying outbound
And click for the visual, 80 Papa Lima.
what's the radial off the VOR that you're flying?
311.
All right, so you got that dialed in on 311.
Yes.
So go ahead and center that line. Now once you get that line centered, once we get about 20 nautical miles out, I've got the point marked on my iPad over here. Once we get to that 20 mark, we're going to make sure that we're centered on the needle. If we're not, then we have to adjust to see how many degrees we have to adjust it to center it. So the landmark point that we're going over, just so you know, I've got it, we're flying outbound.
Yeah.
You got Interstate 74 and there's a road right after that with a creek that goes through it. So we're going to see that creek, we're going to see the road, and we're going to try and cross right through the creek road intersection.
Okay.
And then we're going to test and see how far off we are, and then that's what we'll log for the VOR check.
I was looking, Elmwood I think was my first, yep, top of climb Elmwood. I said 4,500 feet on this one, wait a minute. Am I being dumb right now again? Did I say 3,500 and I meant 4,500? Yes, I did.
Alright, so that adjusts your climb.
Yep, so I need to tell, do I need to tell approach?
I'm kind of surprised they didn't ask you why you're doing 3,500 going westbound, because they would normally want to keep it. So it's up to you. If you wanted to go up to 4,500, just let them know that you're going to adjust your cruise to 4,500.
Okay.
St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 52090, adjusting cruise to 4,500. 52090, on course, altitude, your discretion.
So,
Altitude at my discretion, 090.
there you go. So he's not really paying attention, is basically what he's saying. So he's just looking for traffic for you, that's all.
Yeah, it's totally my bad. I don't know why I thought 3,500. I think I was thinking on the way back. That's why I should have read this before I before I called. That's okay.
I was going to see how far you were going to go before you realized it. At least you caught it before your first waypoint.
That is true. I was like, wait a minute, Elmwood is my top of climb. Why am I well beyond my top of climb right now?
And that's why you put top of climb on your first waypoint. That way, if something don't look right, you can turn yourself and go, what am I doing wrong here? Yeah. So good catch.
Got it. That's why I'm trying to always double check everything I'm doing, because I know plenty of mistakes get made, and I'm not looking to make any bad ones. All right, 4,500. That's better. That's more comfortable. We're going to have to do our EGT all over again, so that's okay. Make sure we get leveled out and we're all happy. Hello, Elmwood. I like to sit to the right of the track for some reason, so let's get back on track just a little bit.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I was looking for 74. I found it.
Oh, I see 74.
Yeah,
I don't see the creek yet, but I see 74.
Williams.
Alright, got 135.6, 132.8. What's the other one that it might be? .75. Just in case. So I got all three Chicago centers in there. Whichever one they decide to pick for us, we will take.
I'm gonna bet you're gonna get one of the bottom two.
I got 135.6, 132.8. Yep. Those are the three that I could find. I'm sure there's others.
Yep, I think you're gonna. Actually, I think you're gonna get a different one than what you got. We'll see.
We'll see. There. Hold on, AGT back. There. Yeah, this thing is fast. I'm telling you.
So typically, what do you cruise at?
This one's supposed to be 115.
So why would it be high?
Nice, smooth, cold air. Or
What's your RPM setting that you picked out?
oh, it's supposed to be at 2500. That's why.
Yep. So it's just because you got a higher RPM setting in there. So yeah, 2500. Once you get it leveled, then adjust the mixture for 2500, and you're gonna be right
now
back.
it's coming back down. Okay.
Yep. So as long as you've got the airplane exactly how you figured it, then your number should work out.
All right, interstate. I-74. Huzzah.
Alright, so it's going to be along 150. Where's 150 at? Okay, so we're over 74, so the creek and 150. The railroad track. That must be 150. That big long road is, oh there it is, there's the hump in the, oh I see the creek. So it's just on the backside, so. So let me see what it was last time. +2 last time, and before that it was +1.
Cessna 090, contact Quad City approach 133.27.
133.27, 090. This is Chicago approach. Is that what he said?
Quad City.
Oh, this is Quad City. Oh, wait, excuse me. Okay. Quad City's approach, Skyhawk 52090 at 4,600 feet.
Sky 52090 Quad City, approach altimeter 3006.
3006, 090.
So yeah, it'd be skip Chicago Center completely, huh?
You might get him on the other side of Chicago, or on the other side of Moline. But since you're going to be flying so close to Moline, you're probably going to be talking a Quad City approach.
Yeah. Alright, 019.7.
Alright, so we're about to hit that point.
Got 119.7 on second comm. And we got 134.05. Bring us back on course just a little bit. 34.05. So yeah, we're skipping center for now. Quad Cities 133.275, we're on with them. Cedar Rapids approach departure, both of them are on here, whichever one they decide to use. And I'm going to go ahead and make this one our Unicom or tower for... Actually, no, I'm going to need ATIS at some point, so... Well, okay, we'll see. We're not even close enough yet. I'll wait till we get to MZV before I start worrying about that.
Alright, so I had to adjust it 1 degree. So +1. Okay. Our check's done. Oh, somebody did it.
Oh, someone already did it for you?
A couple days ago. Oh, alright. Well, I guess I'll need to log it.
This is departure QC3, climbing through 1,600 for 3,000.
QC3, Quad City departure, radar contact, VFR altitude, your discretion, turn left on course south practice area, and be advised your radio's like 2x5 coming in very staticky and broken.
Hey, that's what I should have said was 090 at 2,000 feet for 4,500.
On course QC3.
Probably, right? Or is the 4
that transmission
altitude?
sounds better.
Or just for IFR?
It's mainly IFR. Because they're always just going to give you. But if you know you have a certain altitude you're going to, you can let them know that.
Like it won't hurt anything, right?
It won't hurt anything.
Alright, we've got our track pretty well set. Let's go ahead and go over instruments. This one's a little off, this one a little bit. This one's looking better now in the air, by the way. So I think we're good on that.
I figured it would fix itself in flight.
I'll turn this inside out. I'm tired of looking at my weight and balance instead of my waypoints. Okay, I can still see them, so it's fine. Do that. Perfect. Alright. That'll work. So, we are on our way to MZV. I'm going to go ahead and change it over to MZV 114.4. We should now be on a 2 indication, which we are. Our next MZV from is going to be 280. And that's a long way out, so we'll stick here for now.
Alright. So what
is good.
At what point do you switch the VOR over to the next one?
I did about halfway.
Okay.
And if I was getting a bad signal or it was giving me something off than 311, I would switch it back to Peoria until I could see it and test it. We could also check if maybe MZV has like a dead point somewhere. And sometimes there's NOTAMs out that'll say, you know, dead between so-and-so, between so-and-so feet. I think Peoria had like, what, 10 degrees that were not working or something at one point.
There's usually a stipulation if it's out. Would that be a NOTAM?
I believe so, if it's a nearby. It'd probably be a NOTAM from KMLI. Or there might be something out there. Wait, is NOTAM not the right word? No.
Where would you find that information?
It would be in the briefing, for sure. But like if I were to look at KMLI, what would it be called? That's weather.
No, TFR is not weather.
There would be a TFR?
No, what's a TFR?
I actually don't know the acronym.
Temporary flight restriction.
Temporary flight restriction.
So, what would be a temporary flight restriction?
Like closed runways, shortened runways, obstacles, military operating areas, things like that. Nope, all wrong.
TFRs are going to be things that you're not allowed to fly around, unless you've gotten permission. So these are going to be things like sports games. President.
Well, I'm looking at it right now, like airspace airdrops, surveillance. Ooh, yep, that's interesting.
Yep. So those are
unmanned rocket. Ooh,
yeah. Wouldn't want to be around that.
Says you. I want some pictures.
But it's stuff that it's temporary in nature, but things that they don't want you to be around. So, President flies with the TFR around him everywhere he goes.
PGT good, carpet is good, fuel good. Checking all my instruments, looking good, noodle.
That will definitely be a check right question.
Okay. What is a TFR? Temporary flight restriction. What is in a TFR? Airspace restrictions, things you cannot fly through or around.
Now, on occasion, you can get acceptance to go through them, but with certain restrictions, and they'll tell you what it is when you're doing it. Like, let's say you're up doing the flyway like we did the other day, and there's a Cubs game going on. There's going to be a big red circle that's going to go around that Cubs game that interferes with that flyway. So either you would have to go out and around further to avoid it, or you can ask if you can cut through the TFR along an edge, and being Chicago, they'll let you do it, but they'll say, don't linger. Yeah, they don't want you doing
circles, yeah.
Yeah, but they'll let you go through it, but...
You see that crazy shadow, by the way?
Off that cloud?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I know I interrupted you. Squirrel! All right, so there's Galesburg. And I believe that's Oneida, however you say that. We should be crossing my mortal enemy, the power lines.
Alright, so you got...
I literally still cannot see them even though I'm right above them. Oh no, that's a railroad track, never mind. But there are also power lines. But I still can't see the power lines. We should be flying over them, or they should be kind of where the railroad is.
Yeah, that would be hard to spot. According to this, we're literally right over them, so they might be under us.
Now this is telling me my track looks like we're a little off course on this guy. This says I'm right on track for 311, but I'm pretty sure Peoria shows us a little off to the right for 311.
So why would that be?
They're just a little off, or
yeah, we're just a little off. A little different. Occasionally they have to come out and verify the directions and all that. It probably hasn't been done in years.
So I'm going to move it to 309 and I'll put us back on direct a little bit more. We should be crossing I-74 here in a second, which I've got I-74 in sight.
So what's the radio coming out of the VOR that you're flying right now for the Moline?
It should be 311. Should be the same as I mean, what I'm flying now is 309. But this one was...
And why 309?
Because it put us back on a course with the GPS. So I moved it over just a little bit.
Alright, so when you're flying a VOR, you don't set it to the GPS.
Okay.
The VOR is however it's listed on there. So what you're going to do, so you look on here, you're going to be flying outbound. So the radio coming out of the VOR is 130.
Right.
If you turn 130, you're going to get the reverse sensing.
Right.
So you do the 180 reciprocal of that.
Right,
so,
which is down here, which was 311. Right here.
But it's actually not 311.
Oh, it's not?
So what's the opposite of 130?
Oh. I see what you mean. Okay.
So it could be just a slight hair off, so it'd be
310. Yeah.
310. So 310 is what you're going to align with and fly. You might get a little variance between these two. Now this is what's telling you where you're at on course with this.
The GPS.
It's running the GPS. So this is your VOR needle from the GPS signal.
Okay.
And then this is your VOR needle from the actual ground-based VOR. So they should
I've been
be
getting
fairly
that.
close.
I've been getting that completely wrong because I've just been using the direct track, this 311 to match with this. So okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
And where that's really going to come and affect you is when you're going east-west. If you pick VORs going east-west, like you're going east coast, west coast.
Yeah.
If you just say, oh, if I'm going to fly the same radial outbound just because it's going into the VOR, it could be completely different at that next VOR, and it could say, actually, you got to tune almost 5 degrees off on this one, and here you are flying a different radio coming inbound, and you're trying to figure out why your course isn't straight coming in. It's just because the signal coming off that VOR that you're honing in on is different.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I was like hearing music, and I forgot my Bluetooth connects to my flight speed.
Oh, I'm not hearing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm listening to Lion King right now. That's apparently what I'm listening to. But we've been talking so much, it cuts it out when we're talking.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as we stop talking, it slowly fades back in. And I'm like, what in the?
Because I don't know how to shut up.
It's like, is my brain like messing up here? No, it's just my music.
All right, where do I get a message? Compression bus fault. Cool. Our favorite error.
I gotta get. We can actually listen to music on this airplane.
All right, so we're going to be about 15 miles out from MZB. Once again, let's do our checks. Oh yeah, it's going to be a real pain to try and read these now, huh? Yeah, this did not print right.
You know what I did one time with Dean when we were flying? When we were doing this? What? I plugged in my phone to the aux jack.
Yeah.
And if you plug in there, it will transmit between both of us. And you can listen to music and stuff like that. I messed with them. I loaded a Sporties video on VOR navigation while we were actually flying to a VOR. And I was letting it play in the background. The look on his face, like I was learning how to do VORs.
How do I?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, VORs were a lot easier to learn than I thought they would be. I thought it was going to be really difficult.
They're usually very difficult for people to learn. But if you get VORs early on and you understand what the VOR is doing and how to verify, hey, it's working. Like right now, did we verify Boeing even working? We could be honing in on a dead signal right now.
I mean, that's true.
So how are you going to test it?
I mean, I assume I would check my HSI compass. If I'm heading towards 311 and it says I'm on track, I should be heading towards 311, right?
November 179 3 Golf.
How do you know that that's correct?
3007.
What did we do when we left Peoria? we did something. As soon as we lifted off of Peoria, we were honing in on the VOR.
Oh, I did a direct nav too. Like I kept moving it till I saw the needle point towards it, and then I used that as my course. Is that what you mean?
No, there's one other thing that we did, and this is important because you'll want to do this on the check ride when you start honing in on a VOR for them.
I guess I don't know. What did I do? Yeah, okay, so we haven't done that yet with...
Yep, so listen to the Morse code, make sure that you're getting a Morse code signal and not test out of it.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you got a good signal, so the VOR is working.
I'm a drummer.
Okay. And so earlier, before we got to talking too much, we were talking about where we were going to find the TFR. You were talking TFR, and you were kind of going through. So where would you find that information about those radios you
traffic
can't
900
use?
miles southeast, your position northwestbound, 4,400 Skyhawk.
Looking for traffic, QC3.
All right, not us.
Skyhawk 090 traffic, 1 o'clock, 8 miles, maneuvering in the area, Skyhawk 4,300.
We're looking for that traffic, 090.
Okay.
Pretty far out.
He's about 8 miles or so, but he's just off your nose. Nose to 1 o'clock, same altitude. So I'm looking along the horizon here, see if I can see him.
There's no way we're going to be able to see him 8 miles out, unless you got supervision, right?
QC3, what altitude are you guys climbing to?
We're going to climb up to about 6,000, QC3.
QC3, roger, maintain VFR at or above 5,000 for now.
Maintain VFR at or above 5,000, QC3.
Okay, so he's creating separation for us.
Okay. I'll still keep an eye out for him.
Sky 090, traffic will be no vector at or above 5,000.
At or above 5,000, 090.
And QC3, traffic no vector.
Traffic no factory, QC3, thank you.
So does he want me to go above 5,000, or are you saying that
Nope.
traffic is going above 5,000?
Since you're on a flight plan, essentially with him, he's letting you do your flight plan, and he's restricting him to not come down
Below 5,000.
so that there's separation. So
Okay.
he's in a climb right now, going up to 6,000. So we should start seeing him pop up in the blue.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know the answer to that though.
Okay.
Where to find that information other than just clicking on this and hoping that it pops up when I click on the...
Okay, so to figure that out, you have to go to the chart supplement, the AFD. That's where it's going to list it.
Okay.
So when you go to the page for Moline, down in the navigation section, that's where it's going to list all your radials, when you can't use them, and how far out you can't use them.
So I look at the chart supplement for KMLI for Moline. Make sure I'm on course before I start looking down.
Yep,
I'll
so...
block the throttle from me while I'm looking down. Literally.
You say it, I'm going to do it. Oh. Okay, so it should be in the navigation section. So where it's got all the navigation information, if there's nothing in there, then they don't have any.
I don't see anything in here.
Okay, so they don't have any restrictions on that.
But if I were to go look at Peoria, Peoria definitely does. Last time I looked.
Yeah, there's like one small chunk of space.
Alright, I don't want to go into the Class C, so we're going to turn ourselves a little bit.
Well, so you're talking to him right now.
I am, but I still don't want to be in that Class C.
Well, I mean, you can fly it.
I can, but I don't want to be in the Class C.
Why?
I feel more comfortable. I mean, we're only going to touch the edge of it. I don't know. Like, what if there is going to be somebody coming in on this exact radial to land at,
He'll tell you.
what if they're going to land at 005 or they're coming in on a closed runway, you know?
Doesn't matter, you're on a flight plan. If he needs you to go off your flight plan, he'll vector you off your flight plan.
Okay.
And as long as you're talking to him, which you are, then he's controlling that Class Charlie airspace. So he already knows you're coming. So
Peoria, let's see. Radio A's and navigation, NOTAM file, PIA, Vortac, PIA channel. 009 degrees is 019, BYD 25. What is BYD? That's not below, is it?
do what?
Looking at portion unusable, BYD 25 nautical miles below 8,000 feet. What is BYD?
Yep. So BYD is beyond.
Beyond. Okay, so beyond 25 nautical miles below 8,000 feet, 9 degree to 19 does not work.
Correct.
I know you showed me, actually, now that we're doing it, I know that you showed me this before. So I'm remembering it. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We looked at that exact same AFD chart for that a while ago.
Yeah, so for us, that doesn't matter. We're not going to be honing in on that signal anyways. That's going out northwest or northeast, so.
And I still don't see him. He should be off our wing somewhere.
2,200 above us, so.
I don't see him.
He's probably going to blend in with that cloud. But he's still 8 miles out that way. You're not going to see him.
Yeah.
All right, so thinking ahead, you're coming up to this VOR, what's going to be your next course?
280, actually, yeah, 280.
All right, so once you overfly it, then I want you to switch it at that point.
Okay.
So tell me when you've overflown it.
Well, so first we would click on the map. I mean, then you'd have to hide the GPS too, you know that, right? I mean, I've been using this the whole time anyway, so I haven't even been looking at the GPS.
Yeah, so when are you going to know when you fly it?
It's
Fly
going to
over
go, and then it's going to flip to a from, hopefully. Actually, I might be able to see it.
I see it.
A little cluster of white buildings, right?
Nope, with one building. One building with a little cone-shaped antenna coming out of it.
KC3 VFR altitude, your discretion.
Yep.
VFR altitude minus
Right off our nose.
Yep, I see it right below us, yeah.
It's a little tower. It's so cute.
Yep, so as you get closer, once you get within a certain range of it, usually about a mile, mile and a half, stop looking at it and just fly that heading. Because the closer you get, it more sensitive it's going to get. It's really going to veer off course. If you try to chase that needle, you're going to be all over the place trying to hunt this thing.
Yep.
So that's an instrument thing. When you go to hold at VORs and stuff like that, you learn to not follow the needle once you get close enough to it. You just keep flying ahead. So you tell me when we're passing over it. I mean, we know we're getting close to it, but you tell me when we're officially over it.
Any second now. Any second now. And I literally see it, but I would like to get it to turn to a from. And we are over it. And boom! Look at that.
So now that you're doing that, now tune to your radio and start following it. Now, just remember, you're still in this cone of confusion that's over the top of this VOR.
Yep.
So just initially turn to the heading that you'll be flying outbound, and then we're going to wait and see once we get a couple miles away from it.
Yep, 280. Which, this is a little off again. Let's fix that. Oh, I could feel the gyroscope behind this for a second. That was kind of interesting. This still feels wrong. Now it's showing 280, this is showing 280, this is showing 280, even this is showing, oh, sorry, 290, 290, this is showing 287, but this is like 7 degrees off. So I don't know.
So what's it reading up there?
Track 282, and then,
What's your track?
oh, 284. My bad.
So that's what you're actually tracking over the ground.
So this isn't a GPS heading, this is a track. So how do I change it to a... Does it not let me? Okay, so that...
Yeah, so that's...
What's the airport destination? Mike altimeter 3007.
That's the easiest way to do it right there is if you're on this one, then you could turn your heading bug to where you want it. So that's officially your heading bug, and then you can go back to the PFD.
Okay.
So now you've got your little heading bug across the top up here that you're slowly working in on.
It's a little annoying that it has track there instead of like the actual. Like I'd rather it just keep the heading bug rather than. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's confusion. Because I can't read the actual compass without going all the way to HSI, and even then, like, okay, that works. That's my.
What's DTK?
DTK is where I'm actually pointing, right? Yeah. And this is my actual ground track. I don't know. That's why don't they put the DTK up here, or is there a way that there isn't a way to change that? Is there?
No, and there's a reason for that. Okay, so DTK is desired track. That's what the GPS is saying. This is what you should follow to compensate for winds.
Oh,
the
desired track.
The track itself is what you're actually doing.
That's so dumb. I just want to know my actual heading.
So if you follow that desired track, you're even if you're off centered from where it's at, you're going to parallel the track.
Okay.
That you got in there.
So I should put my heading bug to 287.
Yep.
And then
basically if you see it. So then if you see it off, then you can fly back to the 287, and then that'll be your cue that I'm not on the right heading coming up here. So, but the Garmin's figuring in wind for you. So,
okay.
You know, even though you set your flight plan up and you said, oh, it's going to be heading 282 or whatever it is going over there, you said it was going to be 282. Well, current winds right now are basically saying you should fly 287 to stay on your line. That's where the Garmin cheats for you. It says, hey, we found out the wind is actually this, and this is what you should do.
Okay. Learning a lot about this plane right now. This is why I wanted to do more cross countries, because like these are all the things that we haven't had time to learn very much about.
All right, so you want to learn something else?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so this is all the individual airports. You can find the little airports by clicking on them. Go one more.
Then we got temp data and
Temp data.
METARs.
Oh, look, METARs. So
you've shown me this before.
all right, so go ahead and punch in where we're going.
Oh no, I have to do right. MTZ OW. Done. There we go.
Okay, there's the METAR currently over at Iowa City as of 14:52. So that's 5 minutes ago. So now you have an idea of the wind before you even listen to the weather.
Yep.
So,
90.
so you've got that. You've got all your information about what's going on out there. Weather looks fine. Then you can go. You can. Oh, sorry. You can click METAR up in the corner and go to TAF. Now you can. It's not going to load anything because their TAFs aren't generated for that location. Then you can also go to NOTAMs, and then there's all your NOTAMs for the airport.
Okay.
And then that's the last page, I think, on this. Yeah. And then if for some reason you need to go right back to what the traffic, the TFC at the top will take you all the way to the beginning, so you don't have to scroll back to get to it. But the one screen with the temperature on it should also give you winds aloft data.
That's also got weather too.
Yep. So where it says aloft temp, you can click on that and do wind. Now it's going to show you what winds aloft look like.
And then every big bar is 10, every mini bar is 5.
Yep. And then you can actually click on it too.
So is this showing 20? Are these showing 20 or are these showing, I can't tell, these
20.
are mini bars. Sorry, okay.
And it should, although it's not doing it, should allow you to click on it and pull it up, but it's not. But so you've got the METAR for there. So, you know, things that you could do while you're just kind of chilling here and flying along the VOR is you can say, okay, well, if it's 190 at whatever it was.
Well, I'm looking right now, yeah, it's runway 25, but it's 7 knot. This will be the largest crosswind landing I've ever done. So.
How much?
7 knots. And our maximum is 14? 15?
15. Anything beyond that, you shouldn't land there. Now,
Or circle until you see winds coming down a runway rather than, right? Okay, so you can land in 30 knot winds as long as the 30 knots are coming straight down a runway, right?
Yeah.
As long as it's not crosswind of 30.
Correct. Now, that 15 that they put in there, to you, that's set in stone like a Bible verse. You can't go above it. I will tell you, the plane will land with slightly more than that.
And yeah, if you have like an emergency and out of fuel, nowhere else to go, you got to make a pilot and command decision.
Yeah, if you have no other option, you can get the plane to come down, just know that you're going to fight it the entire way down.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to be able to come in with a slip style landing. You're going to have to do a into the wind type of landing, which is going to throw it off because you're going to have to immediately snap the nose over like an airliner on landing.
All right, A128.075, I'm going to go ahead and turn this to that. And we're not going to be able to hear that just yet, but that'll at least be our there-itis information. We're going to go ahead and get our 122.8. Man, I really wish, you know what, can you take controls for a second?
I got control.
Your controls. You know what I'm going to do?
Yeah. I was trying to get Olivia to fly today, and she's like, well, I'm out partying right now. I said, okay, well, do you think you'd be able to sleep it off and still fly? And
No.
When she got home at midnight, she goes, I am going to be so hungover in the morning. I'm like, okay, so we're canceling.
Maybe you shouldn't tell your flight instructor that.
Which, I mean, it annoys me a little bit because she's had this flight planned for a week. And then she your controls. And she decides to go out partying the night before.
Yeah,
knowing that she's got a flight lesson the next day.
Like I went out last night, but I very much was like, yeah, I've got to fly at 6 a.m. So my last drink was at 7 o'clock.
That's it. And you're prepping ahead for stuff like that.
Like I'm not gonna cancel my flight to go and have a party. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now that's kind of cool, where it's all frozen up here on top of the dam, and then beyond the dam, it's not.
Where's the dam at?
Right here.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
So frozen all the way up to it, then the rest of it's not.
All right, let's get back on track.
All right, so your engine quits right now. Where are you going to go? All things you can be thinking of.
This is saying I don't have any glide. I mean, I would try to go to Port City, but I don't think I could. I don't think I could make that. Definitely head away. I mean, there's a bunch of fields right here. These fields are beautiful. That would be my first bet.
All right.
And luckily they're on the way to Port City, so I could try and cross the river. But no, I would head for a field. I don't think I could make that. I don't even see the airport.
For which one?
I'm looking at KMUT.
Oh, Muscatine?
Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't be anywhere near close enough.
No, you're probably not going to have enough glide distance to get that, not at this altitude.
Yeah, these fields are perfect, so I'll just pick those.
Alright.
What a beautiful day. It's so pretty.
Alright, so doing some more checks. They haven't called us for Cedar Rapids approach departure yet, but I will go ahead and put in 119.7 just in case. And if they tell us it's going to be the other one, I still got it written down just in case. We've got our there-itis in there. I'm also going to go ahead and put in our 122.8. So when we get there, we'll have our AWATS, and we'll have our CTF Unicom tower, which this is an untowered field, so yeah, Unicom. It's kind of surprising. You'd think Iowa City would be big enough to have at least like a part-time tower, but
there's not enough ops going on there. I mean, they do have a flight school there, but
it's the city of Iowa. The city.
oh, now I can see the Muscatine.
Look at all these sprawling industrial pieces. So beautiful in winter. I still wish I haven't gone up when there's been snow on the ground yet.
52090, contact C direct approach 119.7. Good day.
119.7, have a good day. 090. Oh, I did a thing again. Cedar Rapids approach, Skyhawk 52090 at 4,500 feet.
Skyhawk 52090, Cedar Rapids approach, Cedar Rapids altimeter 2999er.
2999er, 090. 9er. Roger, roger. Alright, 2999. And
So one of the things I usually do, so when you're talking to them, I usually include Skyhawk 090 at minimum, because if you run it all together, it sounds like.
did I not say Skyhawk?
You just said 090.
Okay,
At the end. So, and that's just something that I do just because we have a lot of numbers in our tail number. If it was 64 Alpha, probably wouldn't matter too much, but you know, if you have where this will come into play is if you do instrument and stuff like that, you'll be reading off vectors, and then you'll be including 090 at the end. So then it sounds like you're reading off a really long vector. So.
All right, 116 at 2, Iowa City. Maybe not. There it is. Cool. Got a little scared for a second.
Well, they only, it goes on a loop of I think 15 or 30 seconds in between Morse codes.
We just got really lucky the last couple times we looked at it.
Yeah, you happened to tune in right when it was going off.
Alright, so we're good there on Iowa City. At some point, Cedar Rapids approach departure is going to tell us file VFR and probably head towards it. But I really want to see snow on the ground still, and I haven't.
Like you're talking like actual snow on the ground, like a couple inches of snow.
Yeah, like what it looks like right now, like nice clear sunny day and then just snow everywhere. That's my favorite place to be in a flight sim. When I was a kid, I used to play Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator Battle for Europe, and my favorite, just anything, was flying over snow in a Spitfire.
I mean, it does look cool. I tell you what though, last night I got so fed up with that 2024.
Yeah.
I had to walk away from the PC. It just annoys me that they force you to do a walk around on the airplane and pull all the covers off individually and actually do a walk around.
Yeah, my friend Claire might watch this, so I got to be careful how much I slander Microsoft Flight Simulator. It is extremely pretty. It is the prettiest flight sim ever made, but the simulation just doesn't feel like it's there. And especially 2024, I got it when it first came out, and it was just bug after bug after bug. You have to be connected to the Microsoft servers. So like 2020, you could just download it, fly it, be done. But 2024, you have to have a connection, and Microsoft is very well known for having the worst servers in existence. So especially when it first came out, you either could not log in at all, or you would be stuck in a loading screen for 30 minutes waiting for the servers to like load the area around you, and you would get in and everything would just be like blurry and crap because it didn't load in properly. And so after dealing with that, plus having to remove a pitot heat cover every single time I wanted to do a career mode flight, I got so fed up that I just uninstalled it and bought X-Plane.
When I installed it, so I impulse bought it when I woke up yesterday, and I was like, all right. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull the trigger and I'm gonna do it.
I would have told you to get Game Pass for $1 and then try it. But
Well, I've got Game Pass, but at the same point, I usually just buy my games once I know that I want them, and flight sims are usually ones where I'm just like, I'm just going to buy it and have it. Because then if I ever cancel my Game Pass, then I can still play it. But anyways, I was installing it. I'm like, okay, good. Everything loaded just like I wanted. All the planes transferred over except for a couple of them that I really wanted. And I was like, all right, let's try this. And then as soon as I booted up in Peoria, and I could not get the PDOT cover off because I couldn't figure out how to do the walk around portion outside the airplane. I was like, all right. I started looking it up, and if I would have known that you had to do that, I wouldn't have bought it just out of spite. But
now you know.
I went looking through all of my files. I found my prepared file for the latest one I bought, which was the version 4, which I think they're on like 6 or something like now.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to try and reinstall that and play that because the flight dynamics on that were so much better than.
I'm telling you, X-Plane is where you want to go. If you want flight dynamics, it's not as pretty, of course, but it is at least as realistic as I've been able to find for a flight sim. Unless you want to go buy like a commercial, like private simulator somewhere. But it's not as pretty, yeah. But like it still has okay clouds and it still has little reflections here and there, and the trees don't look so bad. But you get really spoiled for a Microsoft Flight Simulator when it works because it's so beautiful from the sky. And of course, if you like walk up to a building, you're gonna be like, "Oh man, that building looks like shit." But from the sky, there's like 3D height maps everywhere for all the buildings, and it looks really, really pretty.
Yeah.
But
well, that's what I liked about Prepared when I was flying with it is I had so many airplanes that I bought for that. And that's kind of my biggest thing is I hate switching sims and then have to rebuy the planes that I want to fly because they don't work for that. That's the only thing keeping me from X-Plane.
oh, my bad. 128 Dutch. I was glad we couldn't hear it. 07. Where did I put it? Oh, I put 075. Okay, I'm just being dumb.
Marks. Density altitude minus 2,700. Iowa City Municipal Airport, Iowa City, Iowa. Automated weather observation 1511 Zulu. Wind 200 at 08. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature minus 13 Celsius. Dew point minus 19 Celsius. Altimeter 3004. Remarks. Density altitude minus 2,700. Iowa City Municipal Airport, Iowa City, Iowa. Automated weather observation.
So we'll check that one more time once we get closer, but right now it's saying 3004. 1511. So that was... Wait, 1511. Yeah, so that was like a minute ago.
Yeah, automated weather is down to the minute.
Departure, good morning, Legion 998, 2,000 for 5,000, heading 250.
So I shouldn't change my altimeter until I start coming in, right?
Departure, radar contact.
His altimeter?
10,000, turn left, direct,
Or
GVOR.
Use his to get a little bit closer.
Alright, up 210, 10,000, direct,
That's what I figured, just making sure.
Yeah.
200 at 8, so we're still going for a 25 runway, which is kind of good because that's where the VOR is taking us. We are about 15 miles out, so technically we could probably turn towards it if we wanted to. In fact, that's not it. But yeah, I don't see it yet.
I think I see the area that it's in, but I don't physically see the airport yet.
Yeah. Let's make make sure that 25 was not. 25 is not right traffic only, so I can take. Wait, I'm probably still gonna do. I'm gonna enter in on the right traffic downwind for 25 probably. Royal blue. He's making fun of my stuttering. Decent. Uh-oh. Everything good?
Yeah, Dean blasted out an email about winter flying in the airplanes. I was gonna see what he put in there.
Oh, just now? Hopefully the same stuff as last time. Yeah, it's below negative negative 20. Think about flying another day. I was actually afraid.
98, contact Chicago Center 135.6.
35.6, Legion 998.
I was afraid it was going to cancel today because it was going to be so cold. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator. What?
I think he's blasting that back out because he's gonna have a talk with Killian about taking off with ice on the airplane.
Has he not had that talk yet? It's been like a week.
No, he's trying to figure out because he wanted to suspend him from flying.
Yeah.
Until then, but I kind of walked him off the cliff a little bit on that one and said,
"You're too nice. You're too nice."
No, I just want to say we need to have a firm conversation with him to explain to him that was stupid and could have killed him. But at the same point, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want to suspend him from flying because then it's affecting his students. Which I understand that I don't want to teach something wrong to them, but at the same point, it shouldn't be their fault they can't fly because their instructor did that. If we can do remedial training with the instructor and tell him that was naughty, don't do that again, that could be a problem. If he does it again, then yes, suspend him. We've had that talk, we've discussed it, you still did it, you're suspended.
I'm sorry, I disagree. I would have just outright said, you fucked up, you're suspended for this amount of time, your students can learn from you, or you can just tell them you're not available, either which way. And then I would also send out an email blast to everybody saying, please do not fly the plane with ice on them to really set it home.
And that's why that email, I think, just went out, because he's got a big section at the bottom about flying with frost on the airplane, and hey, the only way you're going to get ice off the airplane is putting it in the hangar. That spray will do nothing for ice.
And when you already heard what I said last night about the other person too, like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if that's Iowa City right there. I don't think so.
So what's helping you find this airport?
Well, we got I-74 running right next to it.
Okay.
And I see I-74, but I don't see... Yeah, I think that is the airport. It's like it bends a little bit, and then it's right off of that highway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a runway. Okay, cool.
All right. You got the airport in sight, then probably once you hit the VOR, that's probably what he's going to say, airport's this direction, X amount of miles. As soon as you report it in sight, then that's when he's going to turn you loose, VFR.
I mean, I could just do that now. Start turning in for that downwind on 25. So I think I'll do that. Cedar Redford, approach Skyhawk 52090. I have the airport in sight.
Skyhawk 090, squawk VFR, change advisor, frequency approved.
Squawking VFR, frequency approved. 090, have a nice day.
See ya.
Oh crap. Squawk VFR, alright. Bring down. Alright. Pre-landing. Brakes, landing light on. Landing light on. Let's get autopilot off, seatbelt harnesses are on. Mixture, go ahead and bring it into best power.
Yep, as soon as you come out of that green arc, pull that carburetor on. That way you don't start building up ice in the carburetor.
RP on. And fuel set to both, and we're good there. All right. So we're going to come down for a while. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our...
Temperature -13. Point -18 Celsius.
122.8, let's double check that. CTF Unicom 122.8. Alright. Nobody else is talking. We're about 8 miles out. Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is 8 miles south of Iowa City, coming in for runway 25 right traffic on the downwind. 090 Iowa City traffic. Kind of messed that up. I should have said right. Coming in to the downwind for the right traffic for runway 25. Something like that. I don't know. I got it across.
Okay, so which one is right traffic?
Which one is right traffic? That would be 7 and 12.
So is it right traffic on 25?
It can be right or left. Right?
Nope.
No? It has to be left traffic?
It has to be left traffic.
Why doesn't it say that here?
There's always left traffic unless stated
Unless
otherwise.
stated, okay. My bad. So then I need to cross midfield.
Do you?
I mean, I could come in for a base, but I want to come in at a downwind, then a base. So I would like to cross midfield.
All right, so where are you entering right now for 25?
Right now, I'm...
Hello, traffic, Dutchess 260 Mike, left crosswind, runway 16 Pella.
Sorry, what'd you ask?
So how are we entering right now?
Right now, I am on... You're confusing the crap out of me.
I'm trying to help you figure out where you're at.
I know I'm south of it. Right now I'm technically on a base for 25, but I don't want to be on a base for 25. I want to cross midfield.
You're not really on a base for 25.
Hello, traffic,
Oh, I'm on a base for 17.
Mike, left downwind 16
Yeah,
Pella.
my bad. Oh, am I doing left right again? I am doing left right again. What is with me today?
Yep, so where are you entering right now?
I'm about to end on the downwind for left traffic for 25.
Yep, so you're on the right side. So think about this logically. So you got the airport here. Why do they have the pattern left here, but for the other end of the runway, right pattern?
Because the intersecting runways, I assume?
No, not necessarily.
Buildings?
What's on the other side?
City?
City. They're trying to keep you off the city.
Gotcha.
So that you're not overflying people. So if you just apply a little bit of logic like that, it'll help you find the pattern also. Because most cities will do that. They don't want you overflying the city at 800 feet when you're on base leg. So
Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is entering onto the downwind for runway 25 left traffic. Iowa City traffic.
all right. So as you're coming in here, so this is where you kind of be vigilant just in case somebody takes off on the other runway for some reason.
Yeah.
So just set yourself up as if you're prepping that somebody's going to come out at you.
Okay. This line right here is really confusing me because that's not a runway. I don't know what that is. Let me come down quite a bit more. Let's go back down to 2000. Repeat, still out. We're all good on instruments. Alright, we're at 2000. Yeah, you feel that way. You see us doing this right now. Alright. So I want to be on a 45-degree angle, so I'm going to come back to the left a little bit. As we are getting blown.
Hello, traffic, that's 260 Mike, left base, runway 16 Pella.
I don't see any traffic in the area. Yeah, cold all of a sudden. Do you feel that?
Yep.
Oh, so that's a closed runway? I assume. Or a really old runway. I don't know. Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is entering onto the left downwind for runway 25. Iowa City traffic.
Yeah, that's a decommissioned runway.
Alright, traffic patterns 1,700 feet. I like how all the traffic patterns are in the same, kind of in this
Iowa
area.
City traffic, Sky K420 Alpha is at the south end. You're taxiing to 25 via Bravo Alpha, Iowa City.
Alright.
Now you have someone.
Great!
He heard you talking and he fired up.
Oh shit. Wait, what the fuck?
He's on the ground.
Okay.
That's the one that just called that he's taxiing.
Scared the crap out of me for a second.
I see him.
Alrighty. Left downwind. This up. Come on. Alright, 1,000 footers. Pull us out at 1,500. 80. First notch flaps. Getting blown towards the runway, so we really gotta push it, crank it this way. Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is entering onto the left base of runway 25. Iowa City traffic. Man, we are really getting blown towards the runway. Alright. So we're gonna do a big turn. Watching our airspeed. Pull out a little more power. Ooh. 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 Second notch flaps. Full power completely out. I am way too high. So we're gonna do a little bit of this.
Alright, so if you're gonna slip at the wing end of the wind.
Wing into the wind, okay.
The wing end of the wind, opposite rudder. So it'll be
Like this.
yep. And then to combat it, you're gonna use full right rudder, and then whatever you need for aileron to hold it.
Well, I need right rudder anyway. Keep it straight.
There you go.
Ooh. Bouncy, bouncy. Come to a stop. I did not announce final. I was too busy flying the airplane. Hope don't touch anything until we're off the runway.
Okay. Now how are you gonna get off the runway?
I actually don't know where general aviation is, so.
Alright, well this is a runway. So you don't want to taxi down a runway, so you have to go all the way to the end. That's the only taxiway.
Okay. That is definitely a runway. Don't do that.
Yep. If you want, you can announce you're crossing the runway.
Iowa City traffic crossing runway 12090. I'm assuming that's the FBO? Probably should have looked at all this before I flew here, huh?
Oh.
That would have been real nice. Alright, so
Alright.
we're on 25.
So
We're gonna
don't
be
put your head down. Keep your head up until you're off the runway and stopped. That way you don't accidentally veer off trying to look, because you will take the airplane with you when you look down.
Okay.
So just focus on getting off the runway, and then you can figure that out once you get stopped.
Apologies.
Now some people would probably back taxi on a runway. so they don't have to taxi all the way down here. But I want you to practice not using...
Not back taxiing, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have to, because you don't know that somebody's on final on either one of those before you cross the runway.
All right, taxiing on to A. We are. Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is cleared of runway 25, Iowa City traffic. Complete stop.
Alright.
In, flaps up. Landing light off, taxi light on. Pitot heat. Keeping pitot heat. Actually, I don't know, it's so cold that I really don't want to turn pitot heat off at any point. Does it really matter? I don't know.
Unless you're picking up moisture, it's not going to matter. And if you're picking up moisture, that means you're going through clouds, so...
Alright, so things that I screwed up. Did not call final on my runway. I was too focused on flying the airplane, but aviate, navigate, communicate. But aviation and navigation did not communicate. I landed, and I needed to know not only where the FBO was, I did not know where it was, in conjunction to where I was landing. I should have checked this before I landed. So the next time I go, the next airport we go to, I'm going to pull up the actual airport diagram and get a feel for it, so when I land I know where my taxiways are and where not to turn onto a runway. This airport I have to be careful because when I reach the runway threshold for 12 and 30, I have to stop, announce that I'm crossing the runway, cross the runway safely. Do not fuck that up. Okay.
And once you cross the runway and you're clear of the runway, then announce you're clear of that runway. Now, when you announce that you're crossing a runway, tell them where you're crossing at. So, when you go to cross 1230, and you could pick which one you want to say it is.
Crossing at Alpha.
You know, you can say crossing at 12 at Alpha, and then clear of 12 at Alpha.
Okay.
You know, that way people know where to look for you. So for right now, so where's your FBO at then?
I'm guessing it's. I guess I don't know specifically which one of these buildings, but I'm assuming it's either. These are the hangars. So I'm gonna guess it's somewhere along B.
All right, so
if I want to figure that out though, does that show when I go to?
Yeah, scroll all the way in. I bet you it'll pop up as a FBO.
Jet Air Inc.
Yep, Jet Air Inc. That's who we rent the other airplanes from. Okay. So they've got a little spot out there that you just park yourself, and then there's a little FBO in there. Walk in like peeking.
Anything else I messed up that I need to know about?
No, the only thing I would suggest is, so you came in a little bit above pattern altitude, which is why when you set up for your base, you were way too high. Okay. So just remember, just give yourself some space from the runway. You know, you don't need to be right on top of the runway, because as soon as you turn base, you almost immediately had to turn final.
Yeah.
So you didn't really have a base leg per se.
Yeah, I was low. I went up to get back to pattern altitude, and as I was getting up, I hit the 1,000 footers, and I think I just kept going up. And then I noticed that I was being blown so far over the runway, so I had to do like a 45-degree angle to keep myself from not getting over the runway. And then as soon as I started turning, I got blown all the way back over. That was keeping me really high the entire time. I felt that.
Yep.
And if I gotta remember aileron, the opposite slip. Slip into the wind.
So easiest way to remember that. So why are we putting aileron into the wind and not the other way?
Why? Stability.
So what are you going to do on landing?
Oh, I'm going to have to flip it the other way.
Yeah, so if you're coming in the runways here and you've got the aileron banked like this and you're slipping like this, but the wind's coming from this side, you're going to have to shift and spin it right before landing.
Right, which is not a a good thing.
You're going to be changing the entire dynamics of the airplane right over the runway.
Yeah.
If you slip it into the wind, then you've already got your bank in. All you have to do is roll out and touch down. So makes it easier. So as long as you remember, just bank it in there, and then obviously opposite rudder.
And I shouldn't have had to have slipped if I had done my pattern correctly. I had to slip way too much.
It's very common to rush yourself when you get to the airport. You get to a brand new airport and you're like, okay, I got to get it on the ground. And then you forget the whole pattern that you set up for at every other airport when you're coming in. So, you know, once you get on downwind, treat it just like you're going into Pekin. You know, all right, I've got pre-flights all done, or pre-landings all done. You know, all right, pull the power out, my normal power, set your first notch of flaps, now make a normal pattern coming in. A lot of people tend to rush that because they're like, oh, I made it here. And then next thing you know, you're...
I think I rushed that a little bit. I got a little bit of get there-itis.
Well, I mean, okay, so you've noticed what you've done on this one, so now going to the next airport.
Let's try it better.
Well, we know what to look for on the next one. And then this is why we do cross-country, so that you get this experience going to different airports. And
because this is literally my second cross-country with you, I think.
Well, we went to...
Like, we've been to other airports, but we've never done a literal cross-country except for Rochelle, I think.
We went to Rochelle. I thought we went to... Did we go to Taylorville?
No. Weather.
Okay.
We got weathered out, and then we switched over to Iowa City, and then we haven't been to Iowa City because we've been trying to go for 3 months.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so why don't you... Just because I want you to see where everything's at here, why don't you text me over to the FBO so you can see where to park.
Okay.
What this also tells you is if you ever decide to fly back to Iowa City, you know where it's at.
Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090, just off of runway 7 at Alpha, taxiing to, what was it called? Jet Inc., Iowa City, traffic. Is it called Jet Inc.?
Jet Air.
Jet Air, my bad.
That's all right.
They know what I mean. I probably should have said FBO.
I haven't seen that other Cessna since he announced. I know he's down at the end of the runway because I saw him taxiing.
I don't know where he is either. I haven't heard or seen him.
Well, he said he was going to runway 25.
Run over that, whatever that is.
Looks like is it a stake?
Oh no, it's just...
Is it just striping or something?
No, it's some, what is it called? Corn reed or something?
Oh. Alright, so now we'll taxi right past it. Let you point it out.
Iowa City traffic, Skycam 420 Alpha is taxiing on the 25 for departure Iowa City.
Straight off the end of the taxiway here.
Yep, I see it. They really blended in with the buildings there, like camouflaged. So they started moving.
I've only flown here once, and I was with my cousin. We both flew different Cessnas over here.
Nice.
And we met up. But when we flew up the river, all the way up here. Stopped up at a pizza joint that's just off the end of the runway over here. Took a crew car and went over there and had pizza.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
I am kind of hungry. But we can't stop for food because we don't got enough time. 39:30. Like, does Gavin have this at 11?
Oh, that's okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Iowa City traffic, K423 Alpha is departing 25, departing to the south, Iowa City.
Oh, get off the mic. Thank you. He's held it down. Alright, coming up on 1230. Coming to a complete stop. Do not cross the runway threshold or the man will get you.
Yeah, and usually what I do, so if you got someone taking off on a runway, let them pass you and climb out before you do that, because a lot of people freak out if you say you're crossing a runway, because then they think it's theirs.
That wasn't 64 Alpha, was it?
No.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, Gavin's kind of behind us.
Alright. Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090, holding short, runway 1230, crossing runway 1230 at Alpha. Iowa City traffic.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said hold short, I should have
you
just said...
Yeah, you don't really have to do hold short. You can just say, I'm crossing.
There's somebody on base or final. Crossing.
Iowa City traffic, K423 Alpha is departing to the south, maneuvering Iowa City.
Alright, so he's going south.
We're following him. At some point.
Alright, so as we're kind of taxiing here, you can see if you could find the ramp.
This is the old runway.
Yep.
I mean, that's the FBO right there. I can see it.
Yep, so you got the FBO, you can see the other Cessna sitting out there, and you can see the gas tanks off to the right too. So if you can find the fuel, then you know where the FBO is at. So, and you can see the little pump that they've got out there. So if you arrived after hours or when they're not staffed, you're able to get fuel.
I think we're good for fuel onto our next leg, but we might have to talk about refueling at our next leg. We'll see. I'm going to keep taxiing down. Do you want me to taxi over to the FBO, or do you want me to?
No, you can just keep going to the runway.
Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is taxiing to Bravo for runway 25. Iowa City traffic.
So I was just going to say, you said taxiing to Bravo for 25, you just passed Bravo.
No, I passed the runway. This should be Bravo, right?
Nope, Bravo's behind you.
Oh, you're right. Well, shit.
You're right, because you're coming up on Alpha intersection, but that's okay. You can just hold short here. So anytime you're on the ground for longer than a few minutes, do a run up before you take off again.
Okay.
Plus, we also need to file our flight plan and all that. So if you want, let's taxi over here. We're just going to spin around in this little cutout right here, because I don't know if that other Cessna is going to try taxiing out, but we still have to file our flight plan.
Okay, so we're going to take some time.
Yeah, it'll take a few minutes.
That's some pretty hangars.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I think this is where the other Cessna came down and sat.
Good morning, Iowa City, 90271 Romeo, taxiing from ramp to runway 25 via Alpha for takeoff.
That was a good call, because we're going to be sitting here for a minute.
Okay. All right, so
Hold on. There we go. The rudder was like stuck.
all right, so since we're going to file a flight plan,
Don't need to burn more fuel than I need right now. Alright, so we got flights. KIOW here. We're at 9:41. Man, we're way behind schedule. I want to say 9:45 a.m. Aircraft 52090 C172. Performance profile. Flight rules. Not IFR. VFR. Route direct. Cruise altitude 4,500 feet. Nope, sorry, 5,500 feet. I believe.
so you got the plane till what time?
11. We good?
Right. I'm just thinking it's probably going to take you an hour to get back there, or over to Burlington, and then Burlington's going to be a 45-minute flight back, so you're almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you're 9:45 right now, so you're going to get back about 11:45.
So that means we have to go back to Peoria, don't we? I don't have the plan booked out.
Probably should. Now what you could do,
Call Gavin, tell him to cancel his flight so we can take over his time slot.
I mean, you could, I don't know. Yeah, he's probably going to want it. I was going to say, you could always text him and ask him if he's still planning on going out with Maddie at 11, because you're in Iowa City trying to come back.
Could you? Because I don't want to talk to him. He's going to say no to me, but if you ask, he might say yes.
Let me refresh this and just make sure he hasn't canceled or anything.
We need to go back to Peoria if he's flying. Which really sucks, because the whole point of today was to do the 3-point cross country, to get ready for the solo for the 3-point cross country. I'll continue filling this out just in case I get lucky, but I think he's going to want to fly, so. I can't file a flight plan to KBRL if that's what he wants to do.
Alright, so in the instance that we do have to go back, then what we will do on this one, we're going to file the flight plan, we're just not going to activate it. Okay. So you can get used to filing a flight plan, and then it would be up to you. If you decide you want to go straight back, then we could fly all the way back without talking to anybody and just activate your flight plan, or we could just...
No, I want to talk to somebody and get through all that.
So then we can file it. So you won't file... You'll file the flight plan, but you won't activate it because you're with ATC.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you dip off the radar with ATC, they will initiate search and rescue. So you don't need them initiating it and flight service initiating it if you don't make it, because then it's like double whammy. So typically you only do one or the other. You either talk to them or you file a flight plan and activate it. So I'll see if he responds back here in just a second. If not, then I'm hoping he'll cancel. I've got the plane after him, so you can eat up as much space as you want.
He just blocked it right in the middle. Like oh my God, I thought this would be enough time, 7 to 11, but we have to leave at 7 o'clock, and that's always the problem. Is by the time we're done discussing everything and pre-flighting the plane, it's like 8 o'clock. And
what I'm going to propose to him, if he says yes, I'm still planning on flying, I'm going to ask him if he wouldn't mind going up at noon.
And then taking over your slot for a little bit.
Because I'm not going to be flying my slot.
Okay.
Because I want to go up to Chicago with my dad for lunch, and last time I checked, they were saying snow up in Chicago. Which I'm kind of curious if it's still saying that.
Well, let's check. If not, I'll go with you.
See what Rochelle's saying. Rochelle weather, not available. Of course it's not.
54 minutes ago, sky clear. I'm trying to look up the daily, and I taking its time.
Yeah, they're
4 p.m. marginal VFR, then at 5 it's gonna hit IFR. So I think you can make it there and back in 3 hours, but the ceiling's also getting lower and lower.
Yeah,
so.
Mist and light snow at 3 at Rochelle.
You might want to go ahead and preface your text though before he answers, and just be like, if you wouldn't mind moving yourself to 12. Unless you still want to fly at 12, that's up to you.
I mean, I have nowhere to really go, unless I go south somewhere to lunch. I'd have to find it, and there's nobody to the south, so.
Did not tell anybody he's on the runway, or that he's taking off.
Prime example of why you always look before you do something, because...
Jesus.
Oh, he's texting right now. Or typing.
God, man. People like that, I swear, is why I'm so scared of aviation. He has not told anybody anything. He's pulling up his landing gear, taking off. I could be cheeky and say, hey, did that plane take off yet? Would that be rude to say? Be like, Iowa City traffic, if you're taking off from a runway, please announce Iowa City traffic.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's a good way to start an argument over the comms, and everyone would hear you, not just Iowa City.
Good. Man, crazy. Like, I'm nervous that I'm not talking enough.
He says they're making a go, no go at 10. So I'm going to see. I said we were in Iowa City trying to do a 3-pointer back to Burlington first. I told myself we're a little bit behind schedule. I was thinking if you guys want to...
Clear. Temperature -12 Celsius. Dew point -18 Celsius. Altimeter 3001. Remarks. Density altitude -2,500. Iowa City Municipal Airport, Iowa City, Iowa. Automated weather observation 1548 Zulu. Wind 190 at 08. Visibility 10.
See what what he says coming back. Because if he's willing to take it at noon, that gives us another hour.
Yeah.
So what's your flight time over to Burlington?
33 minutes. And then 34 minutes back from Burlington to Peoria. We got a tailwind the whole way, I think.
You got about an hour. And then you got probably 15 minutes on the ground there, if you're lucky. So you got about an hour 15, so you'd be coming back just after 11.
Yep. I'll go ahead and proceed to file this one. Might as well, right?
Let's make sure that we got a final answer from him.
I'm going to go ahead and go over the briefing while you wait.
Yeah, you can go over briefing. Those are all NOTAMs for ATC, which we're not talking to. Alright, so then you go up to the top, you make sure it says 0 unread sections at the top. As long as it says that, then it's going to report that you did the briefing. Alright, so leaving in a few minutes, you're Burlington 090, 2500 full throttle VFR. Got the flight plan, looks right, it's direct.
Correct.
5500, 2 people on board, all the weight and balance is right here.
Yeah, my weight balance doesn't even show up on mine when I try to do it, so I'm guessing that's your package.
Yep, and then it says it's in balance, and if I click it, it'll show it.
Nice. That is real nice.
And then it says fuel, so that you can say min, max, or whatever. I put it at 40. It says you're going to use 6 gallons. You should land with 34 on board.
Okay.
And there's extra fuel of 25 gallons. Then it throws all your weights in there, showing that you're within weight on all of them. There's no red exclamation marks or nothing. Services, if we wanted to pick it, that's all good. So you do proceed to file. This is where you got to make sure this is right. This is what ATC is going to say. So it's an ICAO flight plan, VFR, general aviation, our tail number. It's expecting our true airspeed to be 114 based off of ForeFlight. We are 1 aircraft. We are starting at Iowa City at 10:10 with 2 people on board. We're going direct. Altitude 5,500. ForeFlight says it's going to take you 33 minutes. We have 4 hours 40 minutes on board.
We should have plenty of fuel.
Yep. So then this other 2 instrument items are just the codes for your ELT should they go off. Destination Burlington. Really don't have to fill all this other information out if you don't want to. Then the emergency information. This is where it's important. This is where you got to type in your name so they know who to call. Which I don't know why it's not doing that anymore. They must have changed something, but it should auto-populate off your account. Email. The important one is the phone number. Because if you go missing, they're going to call that number first. You don't have to put your license number in. But once you get all that in, you do file. It's going to say, are you sure you want to file for 9 minutes from now?
Yep.
They do file.
We're not going to activate it till we hear back from Gavin, I assume, but we're going to start flying that way.
Yeah, because you can always file. So it says it is filed. So then the next step is if you want to change something, you have to amend it and then resend it, or you activate it. And then once you activate it, it'll ask you to close the flight plan.
Iowa City
after
traffic,
that.
Skyhawk 386 Echo Sierra on the ramp, taxi to runway 250 City.
All right. So we want to take off and just see if he says something on the way. You're fine by, we'll swap the 6 for Alpha or cancel. Okay, works for me. That's a win-win. You ready to go?
Yep.
Are we going to do a run-up? We didn't do a run-up yet.
You can do a brief little run up here.
Okay. Take off flight controls, flight controls, flight controls. Flight controls good. Instruments, measure best power, primary unlock, 700 RPM, mag test. Not good. Not good. Mag test. Not good. Carpet. Carpet good. Vacuum and fault's good. Pressure's good. Good. Idle check. Idle check. Good. Alright, ready.
All right.
Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 entering runway 25 for takeoff. We're on base, nobody on final.
All right.
A lot of snow. It's snowy. Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 taking off runway 25, departure to the south. Ready?
Yep.
A little bit of aileron into the wind. Wheel off the ground. Rotate. Staying at 76.
All right, so now that we are airborne, I'm just going to hit activate.
Okay.
That says, are you sure you want to activate it? Yes. Your flight plan is now activated with flight service.
Hell yeah. Sending that panel. Activate. Yes. Iowa City traffic, Skyhawk 52090 departing to the south. Turn to our route. Going up to 5,500 feet. Why do I not see his plane on the taxiway? Did he? He didn't come up behind me, did he?
No, he pulled off just right where you pulled off, and he's doing a run up in that little spot.
I don't see him at all.
Because I see the end of the hangars, I see something sitting right at the end of the hangars.
Okay. A little scared for a second. I thought he was like taking off right behind me. He didn't say anything. I still cannot believe that. I think I got that on camera too. Of that one guy who just did not say anything, got onto the runway and just took off. I mean, maybe he was on the wrong frequency, but still, like that's not an excuse. All right.
No, there's nothing saying he has to.
True.
It's just not smart.
Why did my panel send me to what? Doing lights. Then to map. Yeah. Okay. Why is it pointing towards IOW right now? Then to panel. Activate. Okay.
So it's got it highlighted in pink, which means that's the active route.
There we go.
Yep.
Alright, KIOW to KBRL. I'm going to go ahead and put in, oh right, it's got all this going on. What we were on, Cedar Rapids approach departure 119.7.
Automated weather observation. 610 Zulu. Wind 1.
Put him on in the background. Got approach. Oh, 119.7 was already approached there.
Yep, so you got both of them on the same frequency on two different radios.
Yeah, my bad.
That's alright.
Let's see, what else do I want to put on here? Let's see what's on the way. Man, that sun is bright. Still climbing. Got Chicago Center 118.75. Let's do 118.75 on this one.
Cedar Rapids approach, Mooney 698 Papa Mike's with you 5,000.
Mooney 698 Papa Mike, Cedar Rapids approach, good morning. Cedar Rapids altimeter 29905.
29905, 8 Papa Mike.
We got Quad City approach 113275. Should I do Chicago Center or should I do Quad City approach departure? What do you think?
For which one?
I'm thinking Quad City approach for my secondary, just to have them on in the background. I kind of want to do approach and departure maybe, but I guess I don't know.
Well, so what was the reverse order of what we had? So who did we talk to before we had 119? That was what, 3327? Was that the other one?
3327 was the one that we had before we got on 119, yeah.
Okay, so what I would say is we'll listen to this one for a little while, and then as we get closer to Quad Cities and whatnot, we'll switch over to the Quad City one. We'll listen on that one.
Okay.
For a little while.
I wish this came down a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully this, once we get our nose down and we're level, it should help a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to bring out this, make sure just a tiny bit. We are well above 3,000 at this point.
So this is where it becomes important. So since you're not talking to ATC, looking outside and keeping an eye out for traffic, ADSB, really just making sure that you're paying attention to traffic that may or may not be.
Let's pay attention to this guy right here.
Yep, so he is almost 1,000 under us, so he's right around 4,800 or 3,800. And he's what, about 2 o'clock?
Yeah. About 10, 12 miles out though, so I don't know if you'll see him.
No. Alright, so we're squawking VFR. This looks good. So now this is where you just start setting up, and you know, most people, if they're flying like this and they're just flying off of a flight plan, they're not talking to anybody, they're really not listening to anybody. But this is where, since you're not talking to anyone, the only way they're going to be able to find you and talk to you if they needed to would be to talk on guard.
Okay.
So having guard as a standby, in case they need to reach you, they'll say, hey, contact me on this frequency. And then,
how do you find guard?
So what's the emergency frequency?
That would be 121.5.
All right,
so you just have 121.5?
Yep, so have that tuned in.
Okay. That's a better one than the other one I had.
Yep. Anytime you're kind of flying and you're not really talking to anybody, being on guard is going to be best, because if there's an emergency and they have to reach you, you know, you fly into a TFR or something like that, that's who they're going to try and reach you on. Plus, if you have an emergency, you're one button flip away from being able to declare an emergency.
Yep.
And maybe you'll get to hear a meow on frequency too.
Meow. Why do people do that again? Just for fun?
To annoy everybody that's on guard.
So I can do that? I get one meow for the...
I would not suggest it.
One meow for the 2026 year.
Launch an F-35 out of Madison and come down here.
Alright. On track, following GPS.
Cedar Rapids approach, Conquest 313 Julia Mike, 14.7 for 7,000.
Conquest 313 Julia Mike, Cedar Rapids approach, good morning. Cedar Rapids altimeter 29905. Verify weather and NOTAMs for Iowa City and plan a visual approach.
Oh, we have the weather and NOTAMs, and we're planning at 3 Julia Mike.
Conquest 3 Julia Mike, roger. Descend pilot's discretion. Maintain 2,500.
Discretion down to 2,500. 3 Julia Mike.
I've got ASOS for Burlington in.
Cedar Rapids approach, Skyhawk 386 Echo Sierra off Iowa City, VFR request.
Skyhawk 386 Echo Sierra, Cedar Rapids approach, Cedar Rapids altimeter 29905, 0 request.
905, 386 Echo Sierra is off Iowa City, 1,700, climbing 4,500, requesting flight following to Waterloo.
We are
6 Echo Sierra, reset the transponder, squawk 1310.
Start pulling on my agency.
1310, 6 Echo Sierra.
Squawk 6 Echo Sierra, radar contact 2.5 miles northwest of the Iowa City Airport, thank you.
Okay. Mixture good. Trim good. On course, I'm heading on altitude, watching ADSB. While I'm here, I'm going to take a look at KBRL. And the map. So we got 12301836. Pay attention, altitude. Of course. Got. That's an interesting runway. Okay. Looks like right now we're heading for weather wind 220 at 13, giving us runway best wind would be 18. That is right traffic only. If it doesn't say right traffic, it's left traffic. That is a very high, also 8 knot crosswind, but not bad enough. Call it. I'm gonna start doing this every time I look down. I know you're gonna do it at some point. I was waiting for it.
I usually don't on cross countries because I want you to be able to follow your flight plan. But at the same point, I want you to think that I'm going to do that because in the back of your mind, you should be looking out the window at all times and saying, if he does, where am I going?
Yeah, right now I'm looking everywhere.
Because then anytime that you're up here flying solo cross country,
you've been thinking, what am I,
you know, any spare moment that you've got while you're flying should be,
what am I doing next? What am I looking at?
What are you doing next? And what if this happened? What would I do?
Yeah. So right now we're looking at runway 18. And runway 18, when I get down, I'll be coming all the way to the end. Actually, I could probably get off at Alpha 2 or Alpha 3. Those will be on the right-hand side. Do not get off on a different runway. The FBO looks like it's on Alpha 2 somewhere.
Wouldn't you know it? Who's the FBO there?
I wish it would tell you on the plate, but I gotta zoom all the way in. Jet Air. They're everywhere, huh?
That's 2 out of the 3 locations. They got Burlington, Iowa City, and Macomb. The one we rent our planes from is the one in Galesburg, actually. I forgot they got Galesburg too.
Okay. Cool.
We rent from them, but I think the planes are registered in Iowa, so we don't have to pay taxes on that one.
So if we want to do right traffic for runway 18, we can come in from. Come in from the west onto the downwind for right traffic 18. Or we could just straight in, call it right now, 100 miles out.
All right.
Could be the Sears pilot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Approach Conquest 313 Mike has airport site, like to cancel IFR.
Conquest 313 Juliet Mike, IFR cancellation is received. Squawk VFR. Change to advisory frequency approved. There is traffic maneuvering about 10 miles southwest of the Iowa City Airport at 3,800 indicated. Have a good day.
Squawk and VFR, we'll talk to you on the way out, 30 Mike.
I'm seeing these clouds get a little bit lower and lower. Are you seeing this too?
I mean, they are scheduled to come down.
Yeah. Got to watch them. If I start getting too close to them, I gotta come down to 3,500.
Yeah, you got plenty of room right now. These clouds are probably, if I had to guess, maybe 7,000, 8,000.
Okay.
And you got plenty of room to come down, so. Sloping roadway, self-service fuel available north end of ramp. Lighting. line of sight not available between runways 12 and 36. Why would that be important?
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
So in the flight directory, AFD, charge supplement, whatever you want to call it, they have a note in there in the remarks that says line of sight not available between runways 12 and 36. So they're basically saying from 1, 2...
you can't see the end of the road from here. It's probably a hill or something.
Yep, so why would that be important?
Well, if someone decides to hop on the runway without telling anybody they're taking off, and you're saying, hey, I'm taking off.
All right.
Seems like a terrible idea, but hey, we got people doing it anyway.
And not that it applies today, but they do have a special note on there as well. That's a lot to say. I'm just going to tell you. It's a runway 1836. Runway 36 is the calm wind runway. So in the event that there's no wind that day and it's calm, they're expecting to use the 18.
Where do you see that at on info and then note?
Or 36, sorry. So usually, so it's in the AFD, but if you wanted to find it quicker, it's in the comment section. So if you go into comments, up here by FBO. So there's the FBO's info, but then comments up here. The remarks are what's in the AFD. The comments are what people mentioned about the airport.
And center 4 Alpha Bravo. Can we stay here just for about another minute before we start our descent?
Runway 36, calm wind runway. Okay.
So if you came in, say at night, and it was calm wind runway, they're wanting to use 36.
Good to know.
Yeah. That way people aren't sitting out there on opposing runways, just picking random runways.
Yeah.
We had to do that at Greeley when I was at CFI class. Is that Burlington?
Yep. There's a backup in case my GPS goes out.
Smooth move.
And since we're already about 15 minutes out, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get...
KIOW Regional Airport. Automated weather observation 1623 Zulu.
118 at 025.
10.
Oh, it's just really quiet, that's why.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature -09 Celsius. Dew point -16 Celsius. Altimeter 3002. Remarks. Density altitude -2,200.
Southeast Iowa Regional Airport.
Automated weather observation 1624 Zulu. Wind 210 at 09er. Visibility 10.
Helicopter 779 Lima Foxtrot, Cedar Rapids approach. Copy all. Cedar Rapids altimeter 29er 4. Stand by for a code.
That wasn't us, right?
No, he's calling a helicopter.
Alright.
Probably a live flight off.
Like, why are you trying to give us a code? I'm VFR, go away. Alright. 1.5.
Okay.
So... Come on, I want to hit KBRL, thank you. TCAF Unicom 123.0. We'll have that ready. Call. And keep on tracking over to the right.
Helicopter 9er Lima Foxtrot, squawk 6526.
Alright, so we're flying up to Burlington. So another thing with the flight plans. So if you file a flight plan, unless you activate it,
Helicopter 9er Lima Foxtrot, radar contact 18 miles northeast of the Cedar Rapids Airport. Altitude indicates 2,100. And I do show traffic at your 12 o'clock, about 6 miles. Appears to be in closed traffic at the Marion Airport. Altitude indicates 2,000.
anyhow, so they can't, ATC cannot see your flight plan.
Oh.
So if you just file it but don't ever open it, they'll never see it. So you can file away at your heart's end and
November
say,
6908 Papa Mike, contact Chicago Center 133.905. Good day.
3395, 8 Papa Mike, good day.
We got that.
Rapids up, approach, Limburg.
That's one of the problems with.
1000, the information.
That's one of the problems with the current ATC system is that you can call flight service and set up a flight plan. ATC still can't see it.
Interesting.
So once they end up revamping this system, hopefully the VFR request will show up in there as well. They'll actually get VFR flight plans. The only time they'll actually see you and have a flight plan for you is if you file an IFR flight plan, because then it hits the NAS and they have to approve it.
Okay.
So, which is why I always have to check now, because my flight plans automatically convert to IFR. So I have to make sure that when it files, it stays VFR when I file it. Otherwise, I'll go to take off as soon as I contact approach. Hey, I'm on approach. They're going to say, okay, fly direct to blah, 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 at this altitude. Then it's like, wait a minute, why is he giving me an altitude? Why not just my own discretion? Oh no, he's got me on an IFR.
Alright, we're passing by Morning Sun. That's a cute little name for a town. Morning Sun. Good morning, son. Okay, so we're still thinking about runway 18. We're kind of on our way. I still want to come in for a downwind. As much as I would like to do a straight in. Not supposed to do a straight in, technically. Frowned upon.
Yeah, you shouldn't ever do a straight in unless you're doing an approach.
And so we want to do right traffic. We want to make sure we're on the west side of the airport. We're coming in to the west.
Yep, so there's two ways of doing it. You could fly out, kind of come back in on a 45 and set up into the downwind, or you cross over the field midfield and then enter a downwind, or midfield and teardrop. It usually just makes more sense to just make a really wide 180 and come back around onto the
yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Just if you do that, just remember that if somebody's using a different runway and taking off on that other runway, you want to make sure you got enough altitude that you're not going to be in his climb out.
Yeah.
So where's Burlington?
Where's Burlington? Due north.
I see it. It's open. Do you see the field?
The airport? No. But I see Burlington. You can see the airport?
Yep, I got it in sight.
Okay. Well, that's good for you.
Alright, so how do you find out where it's at in relation to the field? To the city?
So it's a little bit past the city.
Okay, so a little bit past the city, and it's going to be on your side of the city.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that's the runway I see, but I see the field it should be on, at least.
Yep. Alright, so you got a general idea of where it's at, so now you got to start planning your descent. So where would you start your descent?
About 12, I mean this has 12 nautical miles, but I'm probably going to probably start about now, actually. A slow descent, not as rapid as we did last time.
Yep, so it usually takes about 300 RPM, so wherever you were at, pull about 300 RPM out, and that should steady a 500 foot per minute descent.
Yep.
And it'll hold the same airspeed.
That's the airport, right? It's a lot easier to see, but what were you looking at?
Yeah, so I'm saying two different areas that, to me, could be the airport. I'm pretty sure it's the one that's closest to the river.
Yeah, the river one, the left side, because it's got that L shape like the airport does.
Yeah, that's the airport. And so now you can see, why can't they see between the end of the runways?
There is trees.
A bunch of trees. So good luck seeing through those.
Well, I think I see him, guys.
It's a bird. It's a.
So I'm going to go ahead and switch off a guard, go back to 123 since we're about 12 miles out. We're on with their Unicom. 123.0.
Galesburg traffic, Cessna 2442 November, positioning runway 21 for departure, Galesburg.
Galesburg traffic. Where the hell is Gales? That's way out, isn't it?
Not really. You'll pass that on the way back to Peoria.
Yeah, the way back, but it's like... I can hear him 34 miles out, dang.
Oh, we were here in peaking traffic. Over by Iowa City.
Peaking traffic.
It's amazing how far you can hear. The higher up you are, the more you're going to pick up too.
2442 November, departing runway 21, staying the pattern, Galesburg.
Galesburg.
That's a fun one to fly into. They got a really short runway on one of them. That's what she wanted it to do yesterday. We were trying to go to Kankakee and then go to. She picked some podunk airport just north of Rantoul, and I had her look at it. And it's like, God, I want to say it was 2,100 foot runway. I'm like,
That's yeah.
I'm like, you can make it work. I want to see you do it, but then I also looked at the runway conditions and it said poor runway conditions. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like a good idea.
Yeah. But then weather stopped us from even going that direction, so.
We're doing this right now. You see that?
Yep. At least you're planning ahead for it.
Yeah, I'm trying. We were direct tracking towards the runway. Now I'm making sure we're coming a little bit off to the west of it so I can turn around to 180.
Yep.
I'm still coming down slowly as well. I'll wait to make the call. Listening in. I've got no traffic in sight.
Southeast Iowa Regional Airport. No, don't call it that.
We're coming in for 1.8. Isn't there a way to turn this? Yes, here we go. So we're coming in for 1.8, so that's what it should look like. Wait. Why am I setting up? Yeah. I'm double confusing myself. For a second I'm like, wait, why am I setting up for 3.6? And then I remember, wait, no, I'm doing a 180 to set up for the downwind, to set up for the... I had to keep reminding myself.
I have to do this every single time we go into Mount Holly, and I'm doing Young Eagles. We got to do this exact same setup to go into Mount Holly if they're using runway 36.
Yeah.
Because I got to swing out here, come back around on a downwind. And it's kind of funny watching us all launch out of Peoria and do the same thing. Get about 3 or 4 of us all doing zigzags out there trying to make it into the downwind. Then you get people saying, I'm not going to do that. They just enter on a base.
Cessna 2442 November, left downwind to runway 21, Galesburg.
And watching my altitude, pattern traffic is 1,700. So I'm going to I'm going to come down to 2,500. And when I do my 180, then I'll come down to 1,700. That way I'm still a little off the ground in case something decides to come out. Gonna put our mixture all the way back in. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I still got power in, so I'll wait for the carb heat.
Yeah, you're right at the bottom of the green arc, so you're fine for right now.
Make sure I got myself trimmed out nice and neat. I'm feeling a lot better about this setup. I don't know why I was not set up so nicely for the last one, but I think I was just rushing. So now we're going to take it nice and slow. We got plenty of time. That's a military base, I think. Is it?
I don't think so.
Look at all the bunkers.
It's a depot of some sort.
Maybe an ammunition depot.
It could be a... I don't know.
That's where they store the uranium.
Each one of those houses, one small nuke.
Galesburg traffic, Cessna 2442 November, left base, runway 21, Galesburg.
Just random rail cars just being left everywhere. They are like little bunkers.
Yeah, usually when I see something like that, it's like a military sort of thing. But I don't, maybe it's a military train yard, there's a train, who knows.
I don't know, because I'm trying to see. They all look the same. There's no fencing going around it.
Galesburg traffic, Cessna 2442 November, short final,
Could just be abandoned too.
You see nothing.
Who's turning on runway lights in the middle of the day?
There's people out there. Oh, I'm super curious now.
38 Zulu. Wind 220 at 12.
Okay. Now it's at 1-2.
I don't know, there's grass over the top of them. That's what's weird.
Airport traffic, 73574 is 9 to the east and bound, straight in 21 Davenport.
Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is 2 miles to the west of Burlington, entering into the right downwind for runway 18, Burlington traffic.
Oh, that's gonna annoy me till I figure it out too.
Poor thing. Alright, carb heat. Gas is good, mixture's good, seatbelt's good, undercarriage. Yep, we still got wheels.
That's good.
All right. It's been a while since I've done right traffic, so this might be a little rough. I apologize in advance. Get ourselves on the downwind. I don't see anybody on traffic, nobody's on comms. I think we're good so far. Why can't I see the windsock? Oh, I see it. Okay. Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is entering onto the right base, runway 18, Burlington traffic. 1,700, perfect. Gonna put in our first notch of flaps, so it's gonna hit 80. There's my 80, pull it on down. Carpeet's still out. Watching the runway. A little bit of trim. Landing light on. Alright, let's go ahead and make our turn. Bird.
Big freaking bird.
That was a huge bird, looked like a vulture.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, vulture.
Burlington traffic 52090 is on final for runway 18. Burlington traffic. Final notch of laps. Whew. That was a big bump. Alright, wind is coming on the right. Oh. Little goosty. Come on. Back to the center line. Ooh. I feel like I'm wrestling it this time. Come on. Come on. Don't touch anything till I'm off. Back on center line. That's 2 flat landings I've done today. Sorry. I will try to do better next time. When you smack
it's Peoria.
Me,
it's Peoria. You're used to Peoria, so let's see how you do there.
Yeah. Landing's a landing, but I wish they weren't flat. That was a lot better than the last pattern I did, though.
Yeah, it was a lot better.
The wind is really rough, though. I think this is the most crosswind I've ever had to deal with. Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is cleared of runway 18. Burlington traffic. All right, come to a stop. Go ahead and do our laps up. Carpet off. Strobes, leave the strobes on, taxi light on. Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
all
so
good there.
anytime that you're off of a runway, strobe and landings are both, you're going to take those off. Now, right now, obviously strobes aren't going to be an issue, but like if it was nighttime and you had the strobes on, you know, anybody taxiing past would see your flashing strobes right in their face.
They get blinded.
So usually you just only use the strobes and landing light when you're entering the runway environment and taking off or landing. Okay, so we've landed, so we better tell them, hey, we landed, so don't send search and rescue after us. So we go back to the flight plan. Now down here it says close with amend. We do close. It says you want to close it. You say yes. Your flight plan is closed. So we've officially landed. No search and rescue today.
Unfortunately. Imagine if they sent an F-35 to tell us how we're doing. Alright. Let's go ahead and taxi to the end of runway 18. Oh. Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is taxiing to runway 18. Probably should say, you know, where I am, what I'm doing, but... Okay. So, very important here, when we taxi on Alpha, we have to stop before runway 30 and 12. To the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead.
Alright, so if you needed fuel, where would you go?
Fuel trucks.
Aha.
And we're good on fuel, by the way.
Alright. Yep, and that little one that's got the blue on it, looks like they're doing renovations. That's the FBO.
So we're swapping seats, right? I don't want to get out of the plane, so too cold. I am starving though. I wish next cross country we do, it's got to be somewhere with food, or maybe if it's my solo, I don't know. But my solo has to be the 3-pointer, so that's gonna.
Well, it doesn't have to be the 3-pointer. You have to do a 3-pointer.
I want to get it over with, yeah. And
then, you want to check that one off your list, but don't let that deter you from doing, here to Rochelle. Peoria to Rochelle and back, go get lunch. There's nothing saying you can't do that. You're going to have to build cross-country time, so you're not going to get it all on one flight.
He said I wasn't allowed to go back to Rochelle because of the parachuters. That's just why I haven't asked. But Rochelle was so good. The food there was so good.
For the parachuters, what do you mean?
Parachuters. Because there's parachuters at Rochelle.
Yeah, but they're not jumping in the winter.
Well, yeah, but I want to go during the summer.
Well, hopefully you have your license by then.
Hopefully.
Oh, where are we going?
I'm going to cross the runway to go to the end of runway 18. Because I need to practice more runway crossings. And I feel like it. Take a look out. So hard to see over the swing. I think Gavin told me I should probably angle a little bit.
That usually works best. If you wanted to, you could look out this way and say, I don't see anybody coming from that side. And then if you wanted, you could pivot the plane and look that direction. But if you're gonna do that, I would shift off to the side of the runway. That way you can have time to turn, because you might put the left wheel in the grass if you do that. But you can turn it a little bit enough to see out there if you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, good enough. Alright. Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090, crossing runway 1230 at Alpha. 090 Burlington traffic. This is the only time I like to speed, because I do not want to be on a runway. Do you want to do a run-up again, or we're good?
Oh, it's up to you.
I would like to do a run-up.
Okay. It'll never hurt.
They're quick enough, and they're a good indication if our oil pressure suddenly drops.
No, and in case you picked up any ice or anything like that, or your mags are starting to run rough, best to know before takeoff.
Yep. Alright, brakes, fuel on both, trims at takeoff. Trims at takeoff like trolls. I think it's also just good to check, flight controls. Make sure they all still work, because what if something just popped while you're sitting on the ground? That would suck. Primary interlock, 1700 RPM. RP. Back in. Oil pressure good, temp good. Suction good. Volt amp good. Other instruments, that's a little off. That's good. Good, 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 good. Pull it out. Good. Alright. So, taxi light off, landing light on, strobe light on.
Alright, so run me through the game plan. What you doing? Where are we going?
Where are we going? What are we doing? What's life like on the other side of the compass? Alright, so we want 155 or 115.55. Cool. So I can hear it. I'm going to go ahead and tune us in. Going a little east, almost southeast. Make sure that's headed in that direction. So we are now pointing that towards the VOR. That is our first nav point. We're going to have to talk to Chicago Center. Really? Chicago Center? Is there not an approach departure in this area?
So pull up Burlington and then look at your info section.
Right, Burlington shows Chicago Center and flight services, but Galesburg shows Quad Cities approach departure. I'll look at the AFD.
Yeah, look at that. See if maybe usually there's an approach departure, but maybe there isn't.
DTF, Unicom, Burlington, RCO, Chicago Center approach departure connection 135.6, yeah, 135.6.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're probably going to have us change like immediately, but 1356, and I'm going to go ahead and also put in quad. No, probably by the time we get there, it's going to be the same.
And what's your cold call going to sound like when you call them up?
Chicago. Yes, it would be departure Chicago. Hold on. My mouth is faster than my brain. Chicago departure, Skyhawk 52090 with a VR4 request.
So he's going to need to know where you're at, since he's a center. He's got a bunch of planes on his screen, so give him an idea of where to look for you.
Okay, so Chicago departure, Skyhawk 52090, just off of Burlington, have a VFR request to get back to Peoria.
Yeah, you can just say VFR request. So as long as you tell him, hey, we're just off of Burlington, your altitude, with a VFR request, then he'll give you a squawk and then ask for your request.
Okay.
And then from there, then you can say, I'd like to pick up flight following back to Peoria.
Okay.
You know, at whatever altitude. And then he'll come back and give you an answer. Say, nope, you're staying in Burlington today. Gavin said. Okay, and when you call him up, he is Chicago Center. It does have approach departure control, but he's just Chicago Center.
Okay, so just call him Chicago Center.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, we are ready to take off otherwise. Double check my checklist. Make sure. Pre-takeoff. Oh yeah, I want to get my heading bug in this time before I take off. 113. Cool. Altitude 5,500 still. That's fine. Let's actually check ASOS one more time. I did sit here for a second.
54 Zulu. Wind 210 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky condition broken 8,000. Temperature -08 Celsius. Dew point -15 Celsius. Altimeter 3000. Remarks. Density.
Okay, so 210 at 11. How much of that is crosswind?
Oh, do you not want to look here? I don't know by math. 210 at 11. Wait, is that what he said?
Yep.
Oh, this one's old. 210, and we're at 18. So it was every 15 degrees you add? No, I don't
25%.
25%.
Yep. So how far off the runway is it?
So if we're at 18, I want to point at this because that's easier. So we're at 180, right? And our wind's coming from 210. So 210 minus 180 is 30 degrees. So that's 2 times 15. So that's 50%. So 50% of 11 would be about 6-7 knots.
Now you know. The more you know.
The more you know. Use all my tools available to me.
Yeah, because if you didn't have ForeFlight, sitting there saying, hey, is this much crosswind coming off? Doing mental math in your head will let you pick out runways at different locations
Yeah, there's
Maybe add
so
a
much to
divert or something.
remember. I would just.
Oh, there's a lot. Wait till you get to instrument.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna turn on. Well, okay. Well, I can't. I've already switched too fast, so we still need to be on our. Oh, I'm going way too fast. I want to keep it on 135.6, but this one is 1230. I still need to tell people, hey, we're taking off now. All right. Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 entering runway 18.
And you're actually on the wrong radio.
Oh shit, you're right.
I don't know who 26.1 is. Oh,
Okay.
that's ATIS.
ATIS or Peoria.
Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna hear that.
Ain't nobody gonna hear that one. My bad. Try that again. Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 entering onto runway 18 for takeoff.
And you don't have to announce entering onto a runway. You could just say taking off runway 18.
Can I announce my entering, or are you saying?
You can. It's just an extra radio call. It's not really necessary.
I would rather have more radio calls than less. What if someone isn't talking and he's like, oh, there's somebody entering the runway right now? I mean, I guess if I say it's taking off, but.
You could say, you know, entering the runway and taking off on runway 18, departure to the south, or whatever. Departure to the east on this one.
Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is taking off runway 18, departure to the east. Burlington traffic. Maintain center line. Point my ailerons into the wind. Oh, it's very windy. 55, rotate. Whew. Windy. Woo.
Burlington traffic, pipeline caravan 9618 Tango Charlie, 4 miles to the northwest of the field. Will be maneuvering here for the next 2 minutes, 1,600 feet, Burlington traffic.
Burlington traffic, Skyhawk 52090 is departing to the east. Burlington traffic.
Oh, I'm so jealous of her right now. I want to be in a caravan.
November 79 Lima Foxtrot over to Des Moines approach on 135.2. November 313 Juliet Mike, contact Chicago Center 128.52. See you later.
Chicago Center, Skyhawk 52090 just off of Burlington with a VFR request.
Aircraft calling off of Burlington for flight following. Can you give me your call sign one more time?
Skyhawk 52090.
Skyhawk 52090, squawk 6501.
Squawk 6501, 090.
November 52090, radar contact 3 miles southeast Burlington Airport, show you out of 2,600. Maintain VFR. What is your type aircraft and destination?
Skyhawk 52090, destination Peoria International.
November 090, the Peoria altimeter is 3006.
3006, 090. So when he says type aircraft, I was supposed
November
to say Skyhawk,
702 Echo Romeo Cross 15.
He picked up on it the second time when you said Skyhawk.
At 13,000. 15 miles west of meets at 13,000, so no check Romeo.
Yeah, first time he missed the Skyhawk when you called it in, so that's why he was asking for type of aircraft. And then when you said Skyhawk the second time when you gave your tail number, he knew what you meant. Okay. So.
Alright, so my outbound BRL is 088. So once we hit that track.
November 84 Delta Echo, Chicago Center at Tumma, altimeter 2994. Number 4 Delta Echo, roger that. Let me know if you want to change altitude, and if you could give me the outside air temperature, that'd be great.
You want the OAT?
Oh, I see.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. 1258.
84 Delta Echo, thanks.
Going to be next.
November 18 Golf Uniform, Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Unless he gives us Quad Cities, which I'll also put in Quad Cities just in case.
I think he'll hold on to you until St. Louis usually.
Yeah.
At least at night, that's what he does. Because usually this is an airport I use at night. Because then you got to find the airport in the light of the cities.
All right. Doing pretty good so far.
Yep.
Trying to be on top of stuff and doing what I can. I am forgetting some things, but I know how to land the plane.
Yeah, just shaking off the rust.
Yeah. Quite literally, because this is only my second ever cross country.
Yep. That's all right. We'll get you going here.
The navigation is the easy part. It's the, okay, I'm at a new airport. Now what am I looking for? What am I doing? Where am I going? And then obviously getting my left and right correct is a big deal.
Yeah, make sure you enter the right pattern. I mean, it's good that you noticed also, you know, which runways were right patterns, but then just making sure that, you know,
which I didn't realize that if it's not right pattern, it's always left.
Yep, it's always left unless stated otherwise.
Like if I go to Peoria right now, will it show?
It's going to say left patterns for everything because they control the pattern.
Okay.
It's only the only ones that are really important are the ones that are untowered, because you just have to go with the flow. So if you decide you want to go into Pekin, you can't do a right pattern at Pekin. You have to do left patterns.
Go is 4651, contact Chicago Center 135.15.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
Literally right underneath us.
Could you see it?
Boop.
Nice.
Yeah, when you rolled over, I'm like, oh, look, there's the point. I found it.
Alright. We are coming up on our altitude. I think I even said, oh, this is the wrong sheet. Back together. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright. So, Roseville. Where did I put Roseville? Roseville's way far out. Oh, that's our next one.
November 4600 Hotel, contact Chicago Center 135.15.
see here. Let's see if they're still calling for snow in Rochelle. Rochelle, no observation. Alright, what's Rockford saying then? That's close enough. Rockford says, don't click on me. View at 1900, scattered at 16,000. So they have a layer starting at 1900. 200 at 12.
Number 1, uniform Conda, maintain flight level 330.
So 200 at 12, that's 50 degrees off the runway, so that's, you might as well figure minimum.
November 18 Golf uniform Conda, maintain flight level 330, 33.
2100, that's 1500, that's 3 o'clock. 3 statute miles, light snow. Missed. Broke at 2000. That's too much unknown.
Oh man, we're booking it. Do you see this?
That's why I'm kind of trying to figure out what my plans are after this. We're going to be there before you know it.
There's a new top speed for me.
240 at 9, gusting 15. What's their weather look like?
141 knots for the camera in the back. That's insane. I even see the ground, we're just...
It's definitely pushing you.
Rolling Golf uniform contact Kansas City Center 135.05.
Well, it did say the winds aloft were at a 269. You're pretty much on a direct east heading, so it's directly off your tail.
Yeah.
Darn it. I think that's going to kill my
Chicago
plans.
Center, good morning, Care 2160, 6000.
Can you,
Care 3068 Chicago Center, hello. Care 2160 Chicago Center, welcome to the Rapids, altimeter is 29904.
94, Care 2160.
Number 52090, contact St. Louis approach on 125.8.
125.8, 090. Have a nice day. See ya. St. Louis approach, Skyhawk 52090 at 5,500 feet.
Skyhawk 52090, St. Louis approach, advised when you have Oscar at Peoria 31 or 22, your choice.
We'll get that ATIS right now, 090.
Peoria town information, Oscar 1654 Zulu, wind 230 at 10, visibility 10, few clouds at 10,000, temperature -9 or dew point -16, altimeter 3006. Visual approach runway 31 and 22 in use. NOTAMs runway 13 glide slope and outer marker out of service. Advise on initial contact, give information Oscar. Peoria town information, Oscar 1654 Zulu, wind 230 at 10, visibility 10, few clouds at 10,000, temperature -9 or dew point -16, altimeter 3006. Visual approach runway 31 and 22 in use.
St. Louis approach, Skyhawk 52090, we have Oscar.
And he'll want to know which runway.
This is 090, thanks. Did you want 22 or 31? Are you full set?
We'll take runway 22 and we'll be a full stop, 090.
This is 090, Roger. Enter the right downwind for runway 22.
Setting up for right downwind for runway 22, 090. Why is he having me set up for... I'm 30 miles out! 40 miles out!
He's always way ahead of his game.
To be fair, I mean, like, I could think about, you know, coming over a little to the east and doing what I need to do, but it's still funny.
Yeah, because in his mind, he's like, all right, we'll go ahead and get this guy set up. He knows how he's going to enter in 30 miles, you know, coming into the airport. He doesn't have to worry until, you know, you get there that, hey, okay, now contact tower.
That's fair.
So, I mean, he's getting all of his stuff in a row right now, as opposed to other people are waiting till stuff happens. He's just, I think he's literally just sitting there and he's like, all right, you know what, I can have a snack. Pick up my gummy bears.
Alright, my track has moved to 95. I'll change my heading bug.
So saying you can see the smoke from the Pekin plant.
Yep. 146. Let's go. Hannah's thing is going to be going slow. Mine's going to be, how fast can we get this puppy? Alright, we are all good for now.
I have a funny feeling before she ends up leaving, she's gonna hit her mark.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially when you start to get the spring winds rolling through here.
Alright, we got our next. We got there-itis in case it changes. We've got our ground. We've got tower when they clear us for tower. We've got PIA. We could probably get PIA in here close enough. So 115.2. Let's get our nav. I am the nav. So 269, opposite 269. Yeah, we're already there. Ish. One more tick. Okay, this is tracked for 269, so opposite 269. Get our 2 indication. And we are set up. There's no traffic. Probably within 12 miles. All the instruments look good. Fuel's still good. Temps are good. Pressure's good. Cap heat on. Finally warming up just a tiny bit.
I see Galesburg. Airport.
Galesburg. Oh, I wanted to see Roseville. I missed it. Actually, that's not Galesburg. That's Abington that I'm looking at. But I see Galesburg way out there, yeah. This little tiny town, which is on my list, is St. Augustine. Hello, St. Augustine. You're so cute. Sometimes I wish I lived in a small town, and then I remembered, wait, I don't want to drive 45 minutes everywhere just to get groceries. But, I don't know. Maybe when I retire.
When we get close enough, I'll see if you can spot the grass field. It's at Tri-County. Because once the weather breaks and we get decent weather and it's not a soggy field.
Do I have to do soft field? Or?
No, not on an actual soft field.
But like, do you want me to? On an actual soft field?
If we can do it.
It will be worth the learning experience.
Yeah, it's an experience that way you can understand why we do what we do. Because you'll feel everything.
Yeah.
You'll feel the grass on the tires. You're going to feel all of that to the point where it really then sinks in, hey, I got to keep this plane as light as possible when I'm moving. Otherwise, it will sink into the ground. Then you'll find out if you don't keep power in, you know, normally you just pull the power out and you roll off the runway. Well, if you don't put the power in, it will stop on the grass, and then it's hard to get it moving again.
Yeah.
So you have to train yourself to just remember to keep the plane moving. Gotta upset something here.
Look, Cameron, I'm doing so well. Oh, we'll see about that.
Oh, yeah?
I feel like my EGT is getting a little high, so I'll push this in just a tiny bit.
I was curious if this ever worked.
Really surprised that that one completely popped off. I think it got so cold that the stickiness just broke. I don't know. I'll have to buy more.
I'm gonna find something to put right here.
So when do we get in the Garmin 1000?
We won't, ever.
Is there a reason?
Dean in technology. I tried to convince him to get a G3000 equipped 172.
Wait, is it really? That's his only reason? They're amazing. Otherwise,
it's just a thing of he doesn't think people are gonna treat the airplane right, and that.
Well, you have to learn the technology, right?
Right.
I would expect there to be an instructor that learns it, and then you have to be required to basically take a mini check ride with him on the use of, like, you don't have to actually drive the plane, but maybe like sit there and actually learn every function before you're allowed to take out that one particular plane. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's one of those that I understand what he's thinking, because I think along the same lines. That's why I train in this airplane. Don't say, let's go take 798 out where everything's digital inside there. You know, no vacuum system, fuel pump, and then you just basically fly off the avionics and autopilot. You know, I teach everyone in this airplane because it's a traditional 6-pack, aside from the one G5 that's in there right now.
Yeah.
You know, so you learn on that, and then you can treat yourself to the nice stuff once you get your license. Because every little thing that's inside the cockpit that is touchable, he can quiz you on the check ride.
I mean, that's why I don't want to fly 6-4 Alpha right now. It's because I want to learn without autopilot. Like, we could be using autopilot right now, and I could just be sitting here. Like, oh, like, no, I want to be able to understand, like, if I'm looking down here and all of a sudden I'm doing this, I need to know, you know, why am I doing that? How do I fix that? Also, I'm very proud. And then we do this. And slowly starts coming down.
Yep. At least you know what it's doing.
Maybe I do have to get somebody in the back seat, just so I do what Hannah was doing, where I'm moving around a bunch back there. And then
this plane is really noticeable in. Her plane is really stable. But like when you get someone in the back seat in this one, as long as they got a little bit of weight behind them, you'll really notice it when they reach forward.
You're looking for Douglas, aren't you?
Tri-County. The airport. Douglas is just a little town.
I was saying, if you see Douglas, then you should be able to see Tri-County, right?
Yeah, it's right off the end of it. I think I see Douglas. Let's see, it's right at the end of a railroad. Railroad track dips right before it. I don't think it's those two small ones that are side by side. I think that's...
Oh, I have it in sight.
I think it's further out than I think it is.
That's Elmwood. That's Douglas. And if you look right next to Douglas, you see those two black strips, but in between them it looks like there's a runway. Or kind of, sorry, not, yeah, kind of in between them.
090, contact tower 124.0.
Contact your tower 124.0, 090. KPIA Tower, Skyhawk 52090, inbound for runway 22.
Skyhawk 52090, KPIA Tower, runway 22, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 22. 283, disregard.
That's you.
Skyhawk 79283, runway 22, clear to land.
Runway 22, clear to land, 090.
283, thought they were talking to...
79283, confirm we were the ones cleared to land on 22.
Track 283, affirmative, you are clear to land, runway 22.
Clear to land, runway 22.
Why did he give me a clearance to land then? Okay, wild.
Okay, so I found Tri-County. Let's see if I could find it again and I'll show it to you. Okay.
That's Douglas, right? Right there? Or is that Douglas?
No.
Oh, no, I see it right there, yeah.
Yeah, see those two little ponds just off the side of it? That's the grass strip right there.
If that was Elmwood, then I was looking at. And then beyond that, what's the bigger one?
I think Elmwood's the bigger one. I don't know what the littler one is.
It's not even popping up as a town. But I see the junction of the railroad going into it. I don't know. Anyway, I see the guy strip.
Yeah, I'm surprised he cleared you to land when he's got someone in the pattern.
Yeah, that's what I saw 79283 and I'm like, okay, wait, I'm cleared to land, but I see 79283 literally landing. So why is he said 090, cleared to land runway 22, and then I saw 283 and I hesitated.
What I'm thinking is 283 was cleared to land and they're doing a full stop, so then he cleared you to land because there's nobody else, it's just you.
Yeah.
After that, that's what I'm
still really weird. I have the airport in sight.
And that's why it confused them, is I think they heard cleared to land for you, they thought you were in the pattern, but 283 was actually the only one in the pattern.
They should have said proceed on route or something like that, or continue. I don't know. It was just really weird. Anyway, Farmington, that was the last checkpoint. And we're now 10 miles out, so I'm going to go ahead and bring us down to 2200 and start our descent. Super weird. Descent checklist.
NPR Tower, helicopter 74794, we are clear to the northeast.
Helicopter 794, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Switching, 74794, thank you.
Who you texting?
Skyek 283, turn right at Alpha 4, contact ground, point 85.
Right at Alpha 4 and ground on point 85, 283. 3006. Visual approach runway 31 and 22 in use. NOTAMs runway 13 glide slope and outer marker out of service. Advise on initial contact, give information Oscar.
My dad. He was wanting to fly with me after we get done because I told him Olivia was probably going to cancel, and she did.
Yeah, so are you guys still going to Chicago?
I don't think so, because I'm looking at the Rochelle and Schaumburg, and both of them are saying by 3 o'clock it's supposed to be snowing and a ceiling of 2,000.
You'll get there by 2 probably, and then, I don't know.
Yeah, and then by the time you eat, it means you're going to be taking off in snow. And both airports don't have de-icing equipment.
Yeah,
so
that'd be bad.
We're not going to take the jug just in preparation that we're going to take ice. So I really can't go north, and I'm trying to figure out where I can go south, because south will work. The only ones that are south are Mattoon and Mount Vernon. Mattoon closes at 2. Mount Vernon's a 2-hour flight down there and a 2-hour flight back. I don't know if I really want to burn all that, because I'm supposed to do night flight tonight when I get back. After we're done with our meeting, I'm going up with Anna and I think Manar. And I got to redo my night currency because it expires tomorrow night. Otherwise, I can't carry passengers, aka you guys. So I'm going to go up in the pattern, do 3 landings.
Well, we're supposed to have a night cross country tomorrow. I guess we did today, so I might actually cancel tomorrow's. Because it's, I don't know.
It's up to you.
Because I've already done 2 flights this month, and that's a lot. We'll see.
Hey, just let me know. I think that's the only flight I got for tomorrow.
I want to start setting us up for a right base.
I forgot that I'm off tomorrow. I gotta find plans.
I'm landing runway 13. Good luck, everybody else.
Tower, we'd like to do a low pass past the tower.
Buzz the tower in a Cessna.
We'd like to do a tactical approach. 13, circle to 22.
And that's how I lost my license.
Yeah, as long as you don't call them up and say student pilot. Because then they're going to call me and they're going to go, okay, so your student, there's a student up here in one of your airplanes buzzing the tower. Yeah, I know, he's mine.
Yeah, that's Logan. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
Make him land. We'll talk about it. He says he's not coming down until he's out of fuel. Okay.
Bingo. Bingo.
I call in bingo fuel. Tower, I'm bingo fuel. I got to be on the ground now. Remain outside the class, Charlie.
I need you to hold for about 30 minutes.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do. What? I forgot to call and see if we could do a tower thing tomorrow.
I thought you said you were going to do it.
I forgot about it.
Buddy, you can call him now. We got him right here.
They're not the people that can coordinate that. I have to actually call the tower supervisor. Put your soup on.
What's it, what?
I said, put your soup on.
Put my soup on?
Go drag him up here. Put him on the radio. Have I got a question for you? No, because the whole point of that is I need to get Hannah to go. And I know she works the morning shift. I think she's off from the school because they're off.
I mean, you can try and call him today, but it might be too late. But and especially because you got to get everybody else informed too, and I bet you everyone else is going to go, no thanks.
Yeah, I could probably convince Olivia to go as long as we made it early enough in the day that she could show up. Because she's still going to have to work because her boss won't let her go. So I can get 1, 2, maybe 3 of us. I'd like to get Minar to go. She don't have school, so she'd be able to go. That'd be 4. You're probably still working tomorrow?
No, I'm off tomorrow. I got a vacation day.
5.
I mean, yes, I'm working tomorrow. Don't invite me.
All right.
Gosh. No, I want to go back up.
Because I can probably get 5. I know I won't get CJ. He won't come up. Hassan's still over there in Australia.
But he's still in Australia?
He's over there for a month.
Carpy. Landing light on. Avionics off.
Battery off.
Battery off.
We're a dead stick landing.
That'd be terrifying. I mean, we don't have hydraulics in here, right? This is
Just
all
brakes.
mechanical, right? Just brakes?
Yeah, it's all cables.
I thought. Alright, first notch flaps. Not quite on a base. What?
Nah, I'm not going to be evil.
No flap landing?
I will say no aileron landing.
How would you even, especially with a crosswind, how would you even do that?
Well, it's not really that much of a crosswind. 230. Pretty much right down the runway.
Save the no aileron for a for a calm wind day.
Well, how would you do it?
You have to use your rudder. A lot of rudder. And I suppose a lot of elevator to, actually get down and flare and stuff, but at some point...
Maybe we'll practice that in the practice area sometime. When you're under foggles.
Cameron's over here trying to make me regret getting a pilot's license.
Hey, you're going to get your license and say, I've seen that before. There's nothing that would surprise you.
I was there when it happened.
And then don't forget, we got to check the flaps when we land. That pop.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's something inside the track. But I noticed the last couple flights that I've been on, if you're the first flight in the morning, you set it back to 0 and they don't come back up. You just have to wait, and then eventually it's like, okay. This makes me wonder if I need to have him inspect the flap actuator motor during annual. Because if I see it happen again, I'm going to squawk it.
I would squawk it today if we can't figure out what's wrong with it. Kind of scary that it's popping so loudly. Usually when something is popping, that means that there is something rubbing or something.
Well, see, and I didn't hear it pop when you just put it down.
Well, I don't think we're going to hear it with the engine on. That's the problem. Oh, my goodness. Wind, you stop that.
Engine failure.
Watch my airspeed. Jesus.
I wonder if they ended up taking 6 for Alpha, like you said.
I think that's them taxiing right there.
Could be. We're back. I told them we'd probably be back by 11:30. It's 11:30 right now.
Unless I have to do a go around, because I'm feeling it. Holy crap, there's so much wind. Whoop. Power out, watch the end of the runway. Oh.
Correct, 0, right turn Alpha 4, contact ground, 0.85.
Turn Alpha 4, contact ground, 985. 0.85, 090.
985.
Clouds at 10,000.
Don't switch off the tower until you're off the runway.
Oh, you're right, sorry.
Okay, yeah, it's just something, we got to do it for a maintenance procedure and then...
Sorry, I keep forgetting, don't touch things till I'm off. Man, that wind, I really got to do crosswind landings more. That was rough. I seem to forget how to flare almost entirely.
Yep, and which wheel do you usually put down first?
The back ones?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, which of the back ones?
If there's wind, if there's a specific one? From both sides?
So let's say the wind's coming from your left side. Which wheel's supposed to touch down first?
The right?
Nope.
The left.
The one into the wind, because you want the plane to land and then roll onto the other one, and then do that. If you land right first, you have a higher chance of it tipping.
Okay. That was not a great landing, but hey, we landed. RP in, off, taxi light on. We don't need, taxi light on, yeah. Nav off, pitot heat off. Keep our beacon on. And we're good. Contact ground 25. PRA ground, Skyhawk 52090, just off of runway 22 at Alpha 4, requesting taxi to Barley Aviation.
Skyhawk 52090, PRA ground, taxi straight ahead on Alpha 4 to park.
Straight ahead, Alpha 4, 090. Go to the left, go to the right, clear straight ahead. We did it! 3-point cross country! Woohoo! Yep, that's 6-4 Alpha right there.
I just find it funny because if you would have responded quicker, you would have had it quicker. But that's okay.
My problem. Gabby, I'm not talking to him. You know what I'm going to say.
Alright, so we're going to have to, okay. Taxi down this way.
Through the 0, or through 903 and 98 PJ. Or do you want me to go like through them and then?
Yeah, kind of go through over here.
Okay.
And then
like circle it around?
Yeah.
I don't know, 903 is really close to where I'm supposed to be moving it.
What we'll do is why don't you just pull up, put the nose facing him over by the other airplane so your wings kind of like this.
Okay.
We'll just do a big circle and then we'll push it back by hand. That way he doesn't think we're trying to cut him off. Or you could put it down on this far tee.
I was gonna circle us around because we gotta push it back anyway into where it was.
Yep. So why don't you?
Gonna keep on circling.
Yep.
Alright, and then we'll just have to push it back. Alright. 1000. ELC silent, avionics off. See ya! Wait, I can't find it. There it is.